How's everybody doing? Let's see. I am a little behind on the. Holy cow! Uh, Jack, how you doing this evening? He says I'm ready with my Crown Royal. New name, new content. Keep the coals hot and the meat tasty. Raul Lewis, what's on the menu today? All right. Oh. KB says, I have arrived. All right, well, fine. uh, Salute. I'm trying to get caught up here, so bear with me. Victor and Mr. Hackett had a decent conversation. Matt Wood, how you doing? Captain Newbie, hello. So my buddy, my buddy Deemers, what's going on, man? He says, new name, who this? That was originally what I was going to put, new name, who this? But I figured I decided against that on the title screen or that thumbnail that I made. And yeah. Mr. Hawkins says, cheers! Big Reggie Reg, what's going on? Madwood Taylor, how you doing, sir? He says, hey there, stranger. Hope you're doing well tonight. I sure am. It's just been today's been a long day. Anyway, yes, I am doing just fine. Captain Newbie says, I got my stickers today. Thank you so much, Dash. No problem. So, Captain Newbie, remind me, do you live in Rahway? Grumpus, what's going on? Ooh, Raul says Crown Royal Salted Caramel. Wow. That sounds so good. I have not had that one yet. I'm stuck on. I have a couple bottles of peach that I'm holding out on, and I have a big bottle of the Crown Apple that I've been working on. Nima says, "What's going on, bro? I need to make an order for some brisket this spring." He said, "I want to support." Well, I appreciate that, man. I really do. You know how to get in touch with me? Either you can shoot me a text message. My number is out there, and you can kind of go from there. So, Captain Newbie, I thought about you because I was in New York today. Actually, I started out saying it's been a long day. My day started this morning at 2 a.m. I had to go to New York. I picked up an arcade cabinet or two arcade cabinets. I was in Long Island. Excuse me. I went out to Long Island. All right. Picked up two arcade cabinets. So I left my house in Baltimore 4 a.m. Was in New York, or it was on Long Island where I needed to be at 8 a.m. And I had to wait on the guy because I beat him to his shop. He got the machines out. We got loaded. It was 8:15, and I'm back on my way. And I told you guys, some of you guys, that my grandmother passed away. Well, her memorial was today, so I had to stop in Philly and stop and took care of that today, and then had to drive all the way back home. So I tried to lay down and get a little bit of rest, but it kind of backfired because I didn't actually fall asleep until about 8:15, and of course I needed to be up at about 8:45. And actually, I don't think I turned my alarm on to get me ready, so I was a few minutes late today. So I apologize. Grumpus says he got his stickers. That's what's up. Information tapes says love your content. Happy New Year. Well, thank you, sir, very very much. Yeah, Rose is a seasonal. I'll have to keep that in mind, Raul. Definitely. Thanks, Deemers. I appreciate that. Yeah, and so what was even crazier was my alarm was set for 3:15, 3:30 this morning, and I woke up at 2 wide awake. And I mean, I went to bed last night at 9. I think I fell asleep probably about 9. So me waking up at 2 like that, and I was like, all right, I said, I'm gonna lay here. I'm not gonna, get up. I'm not gonna do anything. So, yeah. Taylor says, dang, man, busy day. Driving always takes it out of me. How about you? You have any YouTube friends for those arcade machines? So, this is all part of kind of one of those things. I've talked about the arcade machines before, and I don't actually play the arcade cabinets or the pinball machines that I use or that I transport. But it's one of those things where I bought the cargo van to help with my catering. But when I'm not catering, what else can I do to use the van? And this was one of those things where I found an opportunity, see a need, fill a need, basically, to make a couple extra bucks, use the van, and so the money I made today filled up the van. Of course, it I filled it up. It took a half a tank to top it off, and then when I was in, and I can't remember the name of the city I was in, but wherever I was on Long Island, I filled up there, which was cheaper than actually filling up because I was on the New Jersey Turnpike, and I filled up there and drove back, and half a tank up there and half a tank back. I have a half a tank left, so I need to pay for the registration on the van, and I need to pay to get to change the oil. So basically, the run that I did today is going to take care of all of those things, and it's like I'm trying to have some of these projects and hobbies take care of themselves. So, though I bought it for my catering, if I'm not catering in it right now because I'm not catering as much, how can I use it or utilize it and still make some money and make sure it takes care of itself? Jack says, you have nothing to apologize for. We know you're busy. Yeah, but I hate being late. Chris Franklin has been looking to pick up an arcade cabinet for my Raspberry Pi loaded with all the old stuff. That sounds awesome. Hey, Russell, salute. Thank you, sir. Rose says, do you have a P.O. box I can send a bottle to? Yes, I do. It is listed down below in the description. There is the P.O. box. Um, Taylor says, dang, that's impressively productive. All I did today was work on organizing and cleaning the garage. And you don't even have a very big garage either, Taylor. Have you seen my garages? Thank you, Jack. I appreciate that. Darnell says, hey, Dash, what's going on? Thank you very much, Deemers. He says, respect the grind. And that's exactly it. I mean, and so the sole purpose of me going to New York to get that machine today was so that someone else was paying me to drive to take care of or to go see what I had to do or take care of everything I had to do with when in conjunction with my grandmother's memorial. So, I mean, if I didn't have to go to New York, I would have driven my car and it would have been a lot more, fuel efficient and things like that. But I'm like, well, hey, anyway, I can come pick up that machine on Wednesday. If I can pick up the machines on Wednesday, can I pick them up on Wednesday? If not Wednesday, it'll be over the weekend. The guy was like, no, Wednesday works. Bet. Can I be there first thing in the morning? He's like, sure. I'm like between 8 and 9 a.m. He's like, sure, not a problem. Great. I look at where he is and I'm like, all right, it's 3 hours and 45 minutes away. I need to leave my house at 4 a.m. I'll get there by 8. Boom, boom, boom. Look, I mean, it really was a straight shot. 95, straight up 95. From 95, it was like 298, and then across 298, and wherever the exit was, it wasn't very far off the exit, and it was near a small regional airport. I do remember that. And then, like I said, picked up the machines, was there at 8 o'clock. I beat the dude there, and yeah. It's Mario. How you doing? Papa Bear, what's going on, Justin? He says, hey, 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 what's up, everybody? Uh yes, yes. So Let's just say some people say, well, what's up with the new name? What's going on with the channel, right? So I mean, not for nothing, I haven't been cooking as much, and because I haven't been cooking as much, I haven't been doing as much catering. I haven't been cooking as much, and because I haven't been cooking as much, I feel like the channel is stagnant. I want to do more, right? So, so because of that, I said, all right, I hit 20,000 subscribers. The end of the year, I'm like, I'm like something. I got to do something. I have to pump some new blood into the channel. I have to revitalize, right? So, how many of you guys, and just by a show of hand, like type down in the comments below, all right? How many of you guys know who Justin the Baby Back Maniac is? Just type I down below if you know who Justin the Baby Back Maniac is. Uh, what's up, Lou? How you doing, man? I thought about you today. I was up your way. I was just saying how I was up in Long Island this morning picking up some arcade cabinets, and I thought about you on my way back, obviously. Hit while I was on the turnpike. So type I if you know who Justin the Baby Back Maniac is. All right, so Jack says you thought you would shake things up. Normal change, yes indeed. Grumpa says I. Darnell says I. KB says I. Happy. Give me a second. Sure. Taylor says I. Matt Wood says I. Lou says I. Justin says I. Of course, Justin knows who Justin the Baby Back Maniac is. Duh, right? Yes, it's Mario says I. Smoking Bears. Hey, Dash in chat. What's going on, Lee? How you doing? Happy New Year, sir. And Happy New Year to everyone else if I haven't said Happy New Year to you yet. Lou says, oh, the dreaded turnpike. LOL. Victor says I guess he knows who he is a few times. Lou says Long Island is about 3 hours from me. Seriously, Lou? Oh, where you are in Jersey. Yeah, you're further south. And I hit the turnpike yeah, all right. Woof. Hey, this is ish. Yeah, all right. Point being, everybody knows who Justin the Baby Back Maniac is. Okay. And you guys remember last year I was in Texas and I met Justin. And it was kind of funny how some of the people who I met didn't know I was going to be in Texas, and it was a surprise to a lot of those guys that I was there because Alton, the dog father from the Dog Father's YouTube channel, invited me to come to Texas and hang out with them and meet some of those guys. Literally meet with some of those guys. All right, so we cooked, and Justin was one of the ones that I met. And Justin, he's a sweetheart. He and Greg from Ballistic Barbecue took an interest in me and my channel, and I talked about how Greg told me, "Oh, I'm subscribed to your channel, but I don't get it." And he said my channel name was off, and it wasn't 100% fitting. And then Justin said, it's like it's missing something. So I've kind of held that in the back of my mind. And I was talking to Ricer from Deborah Barbecue, and he said, "Hey, Justin and I were talking. We were talking about you, and like we want you to like focus a little bit." And I was like, "Okay, well," he said, give Justin a call." So this was Ricer and I talked about a week or so ago. He said, "Give Justin a call or talk to him, whenever you get a moment, and like pick his brain." And I'm like, "All right." So Monday, I said, "All right, holidays are over, New Year." I sent Justin a text message. I said, "Hey, man, you know, I was talking to Ricer last week or so, and he said you guys were talking, and my channel, me, came up in the conversation. I said I would love to pick your brain and kind of see if you can kind of help." me with my channel. So we got to talking, right? So he hit me back and we got to talking. And I talked to Justin. I feel like it was almost 2 hours. And it was definitely a good hour, hour and a half, almost 2 hours we talked. And the product of that discussion was, I can talk about barbecue and I can get, talk about this and I can talk about that. But he said, when you start talking about catering, he said, the excitement, the passion, the whatever it is, that right there is what you need to focus on. And I'm like, never really thought about it like that. And again, as we talked, and it was one of those things where the gears started grinding, and it made sense. But I had to come up with a means to change and focus my content, or excuse me, change and focus the name of the channel in an effort to focus the content to better tell you what I was going to be doing, to be direct as possible while still maintaining the market share and the brand recognition that I already have. So that's why I've come up with barbecue catering info by SDSBBQ. So those of you guys who know who and or what SDSBBQ is, you're like, oh hey, yo, that's Dash. Those of you guys who don't necessarily know what the or those of you guys who don't necessarily know who I am and or what SDSBBQ is or who SDSBBQ is, you'll have a clean and clear idea of what I'm going to be talking about, which is going to be barbecue catering information. Boom. And you're like, buy SDSBBQ. All right, well, I'll figure out who that person is or what that person is or what SDSBBQ is afterward. And that is what I'm going to try to convey. I'm going to do moving forward. Now, I figured that I would talk to you guys who are here for the live streams first before I put out any other content kind of explaining the same exact thing. And I kind of wanted to have a dry run and talk to you guys and say, I know that some of you guys are here for the straight, I only watch your cooking videos. I only watch the videos when you talk about Vicky the vertical smoker, or I only talk about videos when you're cooking on Bessie the big smoker, or only when Bernadette comes out. Okay, I'm going to tell you now that I think in the beginning I'm not going to be cooking as much, because the majority of what I do as far as my cooks are customer oriented. And if I'm not getting paid to cook, I'm not just cooking. And if I'm cooking just for my family, doing something regular, I might be cooking, but I might not film that just because it's regular. Oh, I'm gonna grill. Like last night, I had a piece of rump cap, which is the picanha, cut it up into thin steaks, grilled it on Charlotte, used the grill grates, used some Uncle Steve shake, and cut it up and put it over a salad. Now, could that have been a video? Yes. Would I have been able to do that video while trying to hurry up and get that done? I wasn't going to do that on a random Tuesday. So, but I mean, I'm hoping that you guys can understand and you guys will be willing to vibe with me and stick around for this transition of, me doing a little bit more of the talking head stuff to kind of give others advice and or information, the barbecue catering information bit, about how or some of the things that I've done in an effort to help other folks. So I say all of that to say, what's going on? So Darnell says, hit that thumbs up. He said 31 in the chat and only 13 thumbs up. Yes, indeed. Johnny was also there when I was there in Texas. And he is one of those folks that I met down there, and I will be forever in debt because he made some great. What was it that he made? It was like carne asada, and he put it on. I don't know how. I can't even remember exactly what it was called, but delicious. It was like breakfast, like a breakfast burrito, or I don't think it was breakfast tacos. It was a taco. but it was good. It was good. And he introduced me to Topo Chico. So for that, I am forever in your debt, Johnny. Definitely. My wife recently found some Topo Chico at the local market, and I'm telling you, ecstatic that she found it. Jack says, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. He says 30 watching, but only 20 thumbs up. Yes, indeed. You guys are awesome with reminding everyone to hit the thumbs up. I greatly do appreciate it. Huh. Larry Marsh says, thumbs up. Yes. How you doing? Darnell says, I'm trying to get started catering in the DMV, so I'll be watching the vids for sure. Well, Darnell, I mean, not for nothing. I feel like I've put out a decent amount of videos talking about catering, but then I put out videos where I'm fixing my van, or I'm working on my car, or I'm doing something that's completely off the wall, unrelated. Putting up videos, I won't say basketball videos, for my son. And the whole thing is like I have this YouTube channel, and I want to if I want to put something out to the world, I put it out on my YouTube channel, right? But that's not necessarily the goal. The beard stuff, okay? Because at one point I did stuff with my beard stuff, so I want to focus. I want to drill down a little bit. I want to say this is what I'm gonna do. So you're probably also gonna see less videos from me because I'm going to try to focus a little bit more. And with the focus, I'm going to try and spend a little bit more time doing some of the editing, spend a little bit more time not researching, but to uh to develop an outline maybe, and not necessarily go off the cuff, go off the hip as much. But that's how I do. I can't script my videos at all. It just does not work. It does not work. Grumpus says, I'm with whatever direction you take. That's what's up, man. I appreciate that, Grumpus. Do you have on a Hawaiian shirt tonight, Grumpus? Yes or no? Better not tell me you have on a flannel, because that'll be like 2 weeks in a row, and I will be crushed. Captain Newbie says, I'm here for all the content, sir. Well, thank you so very much. Listen, Grumpus says, can I call you BBQ CIB SDSBBQ for short? No, sir, that doesn't work. SDSBBQ, or just call me Dash. Y'all know who this is. Hey, yo, that ain't changed. I'm still me. It's just that I want to set your expectation that I might not be, or I won't be. I'm not going to say might not be. I won't be cooking as much. I'm going to be talking more about some of my catering experience in the 5 to 6 years of catering experience that I have. I want to talk more about that, because I know in 2020 there has been a resurgence, if you will, of people who are making their own economy. They're doing things out of their homes, and catering is one of those things. Making, dinner platters, cooking for friends, trying to make the ends meet. Back in the day, you would have like a rent party, and you would invite folks over and cook for them and make them a plate, type thing. Folks have been doing that to make it happen. And I want to talk about that from my experience on the other side, for someone who's just starting out, someone who's just getting into it. So if you're here for it, that's what I'm going to be doing. Tyrone, all right. Yes, indeed. Johnny says, I made beef fajitas with salsa on the flour tortillas. It's the easy tacos. Johnny says, I think focusing will be great for you. Grumpus. All right. Yes. Damn it. Deemers, where were you yesterday morning? He says, new channel name, A Dash of Catering Info. Hey. Damn it, Deemers. I feel like I should have probably consulted you prior to changing the name, but I think Catering Info by SDSBBQ is probably going to stay. Again, because I wanted to maintain the brand information I already have. Uncle B. All right, what's up? He said, appreciate all the videos. Well, thank you. I appreciate your appreciation. Crimson Creek, that's my man Marcus down there in Dripping Springs. He says, evening, everyone. A tad bit late. Was watching Cobra Kai and lost track of time. Yo, yeah, definitely Cobra Kai is watching Cobra Kai, it's more than worth it for not being here. Maybe a little shorter title would help, like BBQ Catering with Dash. Yeah, but will we lose Mo Butter Baby? Grumpus? No. I'm going to. I feel like I need to. I won't say update that, but I think every 6 or 8 months or so, I'm going to try to get my daughter, because there's a bunch of you guys who are like, oh man, she asked so nicely for me to subscribe, so I'm going to go ahead and when we do have those interactions, they are priceless. So I'm going to probably talk to her, and we're going to sit down at some point, and I will get her to film a new outro with a Mo Butter Baby included. Larry Marsh says, hey, I thank you for the SPG on my first. Hey, thank you for SPG on my first beef rib, but that's what's up. Awesome. Sounds like you are on your way. Let's talk about sandpaper brisket now on New Year's Day. He said, no. Dude, I saw on Instagram that you made like some sort of soup out of it. And I tell you what, man, that's what ends up happening. But it gets better. All right, Uncle B, thank you, sir, for the donation. Dina Deemer says, used up all my dad jokes now. Yes, indeed. So, Deemers, I think you might know Scott Thompson Redbeard. He and his wife, new wife or now wife, just had a baby boy, and they just posted talking about it. And I commented on the post, and I'm like, hey man, congratulations. I said I pulled up a chair at the dad joke table. Welcome. Welcome. And I think that is befitting of you and he, because you guys are newer dads. I know your son Demers is just over 1, but I won't say it's his old hat, but I have a couple revolutions around the sun on you guys, and yeah, I'm here for all the dad jokes. Ricardo, he says hello, 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 hello. Larry Morris says, I did a build. I did build my first smoker from you, and I enjoyed it. All right, and I enjoyed y'all. Well, that's what's up, Larry. Thank you so very much. And I mean, my the things that I want to do, I'm probably still going to sprinkle in some extra stuff, but I think I'm going to try to focus on it being barbecue or catering related, and or spinoff. Like today, I was talking about how I use my van that I use for catering, and I made a couple extra dollars by doing something else. It's like, hey, I have this big old piece of equipment, this tool that I can use for something else. Why not use it for something else? I don't have to only use it for the purpose intended, and be it that I use it for something else, I'm able to take care of some of the maintenance things that I need to do on the van. No brainer for me. But not everybody thinks about that. So I want to try and talk and incorporate that into a video, and or into some of the things or a topic that I can talk about to help people, maybe think outside the box. How about that? Uh that's what's up. He says brisket soup. Captain Newbie says brisket soup was banging. That's what's up. That's what's up. Thank you so very much. Larry Marsh's new chapter. Whatever platform you go, I'll be there. Have a great. All right. Thank you very much. Geez. Yes, the support you guys show, all of you guys, is just phenomenal. It is amazing, and I I feel like I beat myself up for changing and trying to make changes, and I'm like, I don't know how this is gonna go over, and you guys are so very well accepting, and you guys adapt to the changes better and easily, sometimes more than I do. Um, Mr. Mr. Photography actually is probably what it says. Getting ready to buy a trailer smoker. Any suggestions? My go-to answer for this one is almost always buy the biggest one you can afford. But I don't know where you are and or what's available to you. So it kind of depends on and you know what you can afford and what works for you. So maybe answer some of those and then see if we can help narrow it down. Up, Jamie. It's been 25 minutes. She told me I was going to be yawning in 15 or 17, I think she said. It's been 25 minutes. So, Marcus, tell her it was 25 minutes before I yawned. Victor says, hey, Dash, I understand your new direction, but don't think it's going to get you out of this up and coming summer. Sweet potatoes, he said, throw it out. We shall see, Victor. We shall see. So some of you guys who might not know, again, one of those weird, strange things, I had a garden. I grew a garden this past year. And one of the things that we grew in the garden was sweet potatoes. And Victor suggested, he said, hey, you know, sweet potatoes is something easy that everyone can grow. He said, why don't you challenge your subscribers to joining you in growing some sweet potatoes? So if you're down for growing sweet potatoes, then maybe you can join us. Would like to tips on finding the commissary kitchens. Man, Lee, I would like a tip on finding the commissary kitchen too. Blind Man Cooking, how you doing this evening? So Lee, I tell you that whole commissary kitchen thing is, I won't say a sore subject, but man, oh man, all right. It's one of those things where your mileage may vary, and you're going to have to find out what the rules are and how they apply in your area. Excuse me. If I freeze some homemade bacon, can I overnight it to you and have it vacuum sealed? If I freeze some homemade bacon, can I overnight it to you? I have it vacuum sealed. So, Captain Newbie, I'd hate to be the very bad news, but I'm not sure if you're aware. I actually don't eat pork. I cook it, but I don't eat it. So, not for nothing. Also, with the cost of how much things are with shipping right now and the lack of reliability, I wouldn't ask you to send anything only because I don't know if it would actually get here. Justin said barbecue catering school. Now I don't want to take it to the school aspect just because I don't want to. I think there'd be like some liability issues there, maybe. So that was one of the things. So yeah. Yes, Johnny, excuse me. I completely agree. He says it's great to leverage the things you already own into money. I am good for that. Very, very good for that. Definitely. Man, I changed shirts and broke the internet. Yes, Grumpus, you sure did. There you are. Jamie, how you doing this evening? I must say the catering videos inspired me and the wife to work on building our side hustle for cooking and selling plates. That's what's up, Uncle B. And that's exactly it. I want to try and tell people, you know what, it's okay to go ahead and try that. I did it. And if I was able to take my little hobby and turn it into a side hustle, and I really did turn it into a side hustle. And how about this? I was able to turn it into not only a side hustle, but a full-time hustle while I was laid off. I got laid off in 2015, so I've already done it where some of you guys have gotten laid off this past or within this past year. You guys are new at being laid off. I did it for a year and a half and I survived. I mean, I got a lot of these gray hairs in my beard because of it, but I was able to. I made it through. I made it through. So, my wife is walking past. Don't tell her I saw her. Don't tell her. So anyway, what's up, Kent?
Your face so close. They can't even see your face.
I'm trying to read it.
You.
You say hi, everybody, to Mrs. Dash.
Hi. It's on the back up.
I gotta read the comments and
Put your glasses on.
It doesn't work this close. It doesn't.
I think you should use 2 computers or something.
I usually have my laptop up, but yeah. Oh, she gave me a kiss. Kent, what's going on? Let's see. Please tell me you are sticking to the barbecue topic tonight. Too many people running for government office, a bunch of other channels tonight. Yeah, I can't. We talking about. We're not talking about we're not talking about barbecue per se. I am talking about how I'm going to start focusing more on the catering aspect of my, talking more about the catering aspect. Self-employed and somehow got laid off. Rick, I know exactly what you mean, man. I feel like that too. I'm like, the side hustle is like, what happened to my side hustle, man? That was my fun money. I'm gonna go and do something crazy or do something odd or, take my family out to dinner type money, and yeah. Papa Bear said, look up Ben at Learn Hot Dogs online or YouTube about info for free and low cost commissary. All right, that's what's up. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate that. Lee, hopefully you heard that. Captain Nemo says, hi, Mrs. Dash. Rick says, Mrs. Dash. He waves. Tom Horseman, hello, sir. He says, hello, Mrs. Dash. Tom Horseman's checking in from the land of grills. Grumpus says, Mrs. Dash. Kent, yeah, he says Grumpus. Darnell says, yes, you made it, but it's COVID. People kind of standoffish about buying food. No, sir. No, sir, man. Everybody's got to eat. If you're persistent enough, Jamie says, schmoopies. Uncle B says, hello, Mrs. Dash. Jack says, ayo, Mrs. Dash. Deemer says, Dash is blushing. Oh, and he gave him a donation. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that, Deemers. Eric, how you doing? He says, Mrs. Dash. Kent says, awesome. Good luck, Dash. Thank you so very much. I know Eric just, he pops in and just like, oh, hey. You didn't even say hi to me. You said hi to my wife first, man. What's up with that, Eric? What's up? Polite. What's up with that? No, man.
That's a gentleman.
That ain't a gentleman. How I walk up to the two of you and I acknowledge your wife before I acknowledge you? No, sir. No, sir. That does not work. Oh, Tom, man, I appreciate that. Thank you so very much, man. You guys are the best, seriously. John from 4J's, he says, hello, folks. Man. Yeah, I always say hi to the ladies first. Eric. How do our hard reset a 20? What is it? 2901 WMR? I don't know. What is a 2901 WMR? Face it, Dash. She has the looks where you're lacking a little bit. I agree. A router. You should be able to look up. This is the IT guy in me coming out. You should be able to look up the default settings for that particular router, and either find where or how to do that reset, that hard reset. FCB says, "Hey, Dash and Stream, how you doing this evening? How's everything? Happy New Year to you guys who are late, and I didn't wish Happy New Year too. But I'm relieved that there wasn't, I won't say pushback, but that you guys are." Johnny says I look better in person. But Johnny, to my credit, who you've met both myself and my wife, and I think she looks better in person, even though I look better in person than on camera, but she looks better, period. In person and or on camera. Hold the reset button for 30 seconds, just as Mario says. Congratulations on a new name and direction of the channel. Well, Eric, thank you very much, sir. I think you, of all people, would understand this, because in the beginning, your channel was something, I can't even remember what it was, but then you changed the channel of your name. and changed it to Eric's Barbecue and More. Definitely. So I understand, you know, yeah. Deemer says 29-1 has been in a life for a while. Yeah. Kent says 7 weeks until Houston. I don't think I'm going to be doing any serious traveling, Kent. Nothing personal, but I'm trying to, stay safe. So, yeah. Hey, baby, Johnny says Dash's wife is so pretty. It makes you wonder what she's doing with Dash. You, he says you asked for it. And you gotta putty in and clear the configuration. Yes, indeed. So, Demers is also one of the IT folks, the IT guys. So yeah. Rick changed his name to. He said formerly Rick's Barbecue and Blackstone, and now he's just Rick's Barbecue and Specialties. All right. Eric says his channel was just his name in the beginning. He said, nah, the name says it all. Yes, indeed. Kent says she lost the bet. No, she didn't lose the bet. I put the moves on her. Albeit, they were 20, what's this, 2021, 20 some odd year old moves. Golly, thinking about it now. You guys are too funny. I'm gonna go refill. I'll be right back. Usually I come prepared and I have these like sat out and in koozies and stuff like that. I said I don't want to do that today. I'm gonna just get up and stretch my legs and go do that. So all right. So I have a serious question for you guys. How many of you guys that are here? You're funny, Nukem. You're funny. Eric says, who's been married longest in the chat? I would imagine that's Grumpus. If Grumpus is here, or if Tom Horseman is still here, just because they might be some of the oldest folks here. Where's Jack and Betty? Jack, Betty, are you guys here? Because I know they have been married for quite some time as well. Newcomb says, wait, Dash does barbecue? Mm-hmm. Who's running this thing? No driver. Hey man, you been drinking to something, Demons? You just donating away, huh, man? I appreciate that. Mr. Photography says $8,000 on the build of his trailer. I hope I can get a 500-gallon smoker and warmer box with double sink and burners. That's what's up. Well, good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Johnny says 15 years. I can beat that. We've been married for 2021 will be 16. No, 2021 will be. We got married in 04. So that's 17, 18 years. Whew, I don't know. Y'all do the math. 15, 16. So this be 17 years. Nukem says just about 16. Rick says 24 years. Holy cow. Barbecue with Big Daddy says, what up, Dash? I need to be refilling the crown. Been married for 30 years, he says. Uncle B says 22 years there. That's what's up. 45 years. First 10 years practice, 20 years practice, 15 now. He said, I'm done. Well, but how about married to the same person? We're not talking about practice. We're talking about the game. We're not talking about practice. We're talking about the game. All right. Maybe a slight change to barbecue and catering by SDSBBQ. So I thought about that, Johnny, but I feel like I'm going to be doing more catering informational stuff and not showing the catering. I felt like because I would be talking more about catering, that's where it will be the catering information. But I don't. I will write that down. Uh, I will write that down. Maybe Johnny, can you send me a text message with that? Because I can't write that down right now. I don't have a pen in front of me. And my let's see. Here's the pad. And if I could find a pen, I normally have one. I have on sweatpants right now, so I don't have my pen in my pocket like I normally do. I'm looking on my table. I don't have a pen. Let's see. Thank you. I was hoping y'all were ear hustling. Thank you. All right, let's see here. Barbecue and catering. It's still, of course, a work in progress. Thank you very much, Johnny. I got your message. It's still a work in progress. SCB says newbie. Oh, so Marcus says 16 years. FCB says he's still a newbie here at 2.5 years. I got putty, but how do I interrupt the load? All right, yeah, 16 of the best years. Oh, Marcus is like, oh, Jamie, that's so funny. So I talked about the card I got from Marcus, and there's Marcus and there's Jamie from Crimson Creek. All right, so yeah. Eric's is 23 years for me. Jeez. I like to change. I think it would be great to know what to expect when clicking your thumbnail. Okay, I like to change. Yeah, Johnny, I've been working on that too with the thumbnails. Hopefully, you guys saw and appreciated. I took a few pictures of me like on a blank wall where I could do like this, so I could put, "Hey, this is what's gonna happen in that particular video." The thumbnails are, I won't say big business, but thumbnails are definitely a driving force in getting, in getting people to watch your videos. Great, so it's cheaper to keep her. They're all the same. Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate that, man. Definitely, I did get the message. Wife asked if the Lord ever takes me, would you remarry? I said no. Right. Good answer. Good, Rick. Good answer. Uh, Johnny is funny. He says everyone else want Dash's number. Look, y'all have my number. It's easily found on the internet. And you, Johnny, you know what? You have my real number, but the other number, it works. It still gets in touch with me. I used to get a lot more calls and text messages from you guys, and man, I'm glad. I think it's just a fact that the shirts that I wear more often don't have my phone number on them anymore. FCB says we can all spam Dash. Yeah. Captain Newbie says my oldest is 23 years for me. To my oldest is 23 years for me. To my oldest is 24. What? Newcomb says, yeah, go ahead. Johnny says, I like your Ass Dash thumbnails. Yes, sir. I think this has been a thing that I have been subconsciously trying to move toward, because those and I try to make sure to change it up. Like where I took those pictures was a nice big bright blank wall at work, right? I walked past this room all the time and I was looking out, I was like, man, it's so bright in there. And I was like, you know what I can do is point up to the wall in the area over here, and like if I just hold that pose for a moment long enough, I can use those for thumbnails. So I'm like, let's do 2 or 3 this way and 2 or 3 this way, and like 1 or 2 with the thing up there, and it worked. So I might use those, and or I might. Lease is 18 years. Holy cow, man! I didn't think you were that old. Mr. Hawkins' Crown Royal Apple. Cheers, Dash. Yeah, I wish I'd have started on the Crown Apple as opposed to the Miller Lite. The weenie in the blanket, though. Captain Newbie says the weenie in the blanket, though. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that because, the sore subject. Deemer says, who accidentally clicked the dislike? Y'all better go down there and make sure you click like and not the dislike button. Oh man, Deemers, I think it's one of those things where YouTube automatically hands out a dislike. But and or it's one of those things where I've been told that the live streams don't actually, I'm gonna say improve, but don't actually help my channel or the channel. There's people who see the live stream and they're like, oh, they subscribed when I was doing something else, and they're like, I didn't sign up for this live stream. So it's a mixed bag, a mixed thing. Barbecue Big Daddy says my son is 27. That's what's up. Victor says, okay, so I think a good question for folks who are thinking about catering is why do so many think they need a big trailer smoker? It's not like you're going to go out there, place, then start your brisket. But see, you know what, Victor, I think sometimes people think that that's what they need to do, and I want to. So let's see. Buy a big trailer. Why buy a big trailer? All right, and I will, maybe I can talk about that at some point. Rick says that's his number. I've seen it in the bathroom wall at Lou and Mueller's. It probably is still there. I always carry a marker with me, and I can neither confirm nor deny I left it there. Man, I sure could go for some Louis Mueller's. Those beef ribs and that brisket from there. Whew. Yo, what was it? Was it a peach cobbler he had? It was great. It was great. Sometimes it's the show people want. Yeah, definitely. Definitely agree with that, Nukem. I've talked about that before where I had a I was asked to do a whole hog until I told the people how much the whole hog would cost versus me just doing pork shoulder, and in the end they really just wanted pulled pork. And I did the pork shoulder, and they wanted that big old show and the pomp and circumstance, but it would have doubled the cost of what things would have been, and they would have had probably 2/3 of what they would have gotten as far as meat. Big Steve Smoke 'em and Choke 'em says, "Hello, good people. Hello, good people." He said, "Did I miss something? Or are you changing something?" Not necessarily changing something. I'm just gonna like drill down a level or two and focus and talk more about doing the catering or the catering aspect of what I do. It seems like folks respond and are very responsive when I talk about catering specifically. And because of the fact that I am not cooking, like when I cook, I don't like, there's a lot of you guys who post videos, who cook and post videos, and you're cooking specifically for your family. I don't film all of the videos that I do for my family because a lot of times it's just, I'm like, I'm pressed for time and I can't film that. And if I don't film something, I feel like I'm not missing out, but I can be. And I know that I can probably do I'm gonna say 3 to 5, probably a 10-minute video talking about an experience from catering, or ask a good question and make people think and provoke conversation. And I really want to get people thinking outside of the box and make them understand that this is not as hard as people make it out to be. So I still will be posting a cooking video here and there, but just not nearly as much, Steve. Hopefully you get that. I am dying here. Whew. I am hot. I have on one of the Still Drum Smokers sweatshirts. Now this one is black, and black is unavailable, but you can snag yourself a dark gray or a light gray from the links down below. So there's a Teespring store down there that you guys can snag up a shirt if you want to support the channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. But Big Steve, how you doing, sir? How's everything? Oh yes, here. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Mm. Don't you need to go to bed, little girl? Mm-hmm. Rick says I need me one of those t-shirts. Well, man, hey, the uh the link is down there. Please feel free to use it. I mean, don't feel compelled to not do a horrible job of talking about the merch and stuff like that, but it really does help support the channel. Johnny says, are you going to activate your join button? I have been thinking about it, Johnny. It's one of those things, right? Uh, it's just one of those things. I will. I will. I have completed, I think it's like 5 steps that you have to do, and I've completed 3 of the 5 or 4 of the 5. And I think one of the last steps, or the main point is, I want, if someone is going to join my channel and become a supporter of my channel, I want to be able to give them something in return. The Patreon supporters, excuse me, those of you guys who are Patreon supporters, the thing that they get is they get the videos ahead of time. The folks who become members of the channel will probably get that as well, but also have access to ask me questions and to, to be able to have more of the ability of a one-on-one type conversation. And I haven't done I won't say the legwork, but I haven't done what's necessary in order to finish it, Johnny. But I'm on it. I'm on it. Thank you. Are there any regulations or certifications you need to cook for the public? So yes, Eric, and that is one of the things that I will be talking about, because it seems like everyone, that is the one question I get probably the most. So the first thing I would always recommend is going to be your Serve Safe certification. That's a national certification that basically means that you can handle food safely. That's the first thing that I can recommend. The second thing, as far as regulations and certifications and other things like that, you're going to have to find out what is required for your local jurisdiction. I can't tell you, oh, you need this and you need that definitively, because every state is different. Every county and or parish, if you live in Louisiana, is different. And then sometimes it can vary based on the municipality, even in a particular county. So that's going to be on you to find out that information. So, hey, look, we are almost an hour in. And if you haven't already hit that thumbs up button for me, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could. Let's see. Rick says, hi. I literally said the same thing to my daughter. Yeah, man. Look. Dash, I've been considering Teespring myself. Have you been happy with them? So, Grumpus, it's one of those things where I'm happy that I'm not the one sending out shirts, because I could get an order for shirts and I would run home in the afternoon and have to fold up the shirt and put it in a bag and label it and do everything, and then get it labeled and put together and taped, and then taken out to the post office. Now I get home about 3:30 in the afternoon, 4 o'clock at the absolute latest most times, and then I was running out to the post office to try to get it dropped in the box by 4 o'clock, and that created a lot of running around and legwork. Like, folks have ordered t-shirts and sweatshirts, and I find out afterwards. I'm like, oh wow, somebody ordered something. Like, cool. I've had a few different orders, and I've had a few people say, hey, I got my shirt, or hey, I have my sweatshirt, my hoodie, and I didn't even know, which is great. This is awesome. I think I like the quality of the sweatshirts more than I like the quality of the t-shirts. And I think the reason is the t-shirts that I had made were just a thicker, more durable product. Now the t-shirt that I got from Teespring, is it soft, and is it like, does it feel good? Yes, it does. I just don't like, well, with me, I'm wearing my shirts all the time. So that shirt is probably not going to hold up to my abuse. And I think that's what I'm basing it on. Grumpus, hopefully that makes sense. Uh, close become official. Start catering myself. That's what's up. Well, I appreciate that, Big Steve. Gabriel, what's up, vato? Nothing. Nada mucho. ¿Cómo está contigo? I just know your main thing is catering. Any thoughts on pop-ups this year? No. No. It's not even that my main thing is catering. Eh, it is my main thing. Like I do other things, but the main thing is catering. I think it's just like I was of the vein of, hey, I do barbecue and catering is an aspect of it, but I do barbecue catering and then just doing barbecue is an aspect of it. I guess I need to change my train of thought. Pop ups just not going to happen because of how the laws are in Maryland. I cannot sell food to the public. Like I can't sit in a place and sell food out to the public. Now, if a you know if a shop that's having a dino day wants me to come out and be the guy who's cooking for them or that, then yeah, that works because there's a loophole. There's a gray area there. Yeah, it's a fine line, but I won't be like setting up on a corner, or at least I don't think so. But you never know, Rick. Maybe you just spoke it into existence. Grumpus says, "Could you explain a pop up?" So a pop up to me is you're gonna be set up on the side of the road somewhere, and you're selling food to people who are passing by. You literally are popping up on the side of the road and selling food. That doesn't it doesn't work like it doesn't work in Maryland like it does um other places. Unfortunately, it is a lot more regulated here, and that's part of the problem. It's so funny. Um, I People talk about Maryland and its restrictions. Firearms being one of them, and it's so funny because there's lots of restrictions on Maryland or in Maryland, and when you see people saying, "Hey, Maryland is not nearly as bad as California, but we do have some restrictions in Maryland that limit, magazine quantity, things like that." And you have people talk about, I live in a freedom state, unlike or you have people asking questions about, is this legal here? And it's like, nah, you need to move to a freedom state or a state that recognizes your freedom. One of those type things. I feel like the same holds true when it comes to catering because the amount of hoops and the BS that you have to go through is ridiculous in order for me to be able to sell food. So that's why I don't have 100% of the things that I need, simply because one, I can't afford it, and two, because there's so many things. Yeah. Newcomb says, Rick, in Maryland, the payoffs will cost you more than you'd make working the pop up. There you go. He more eloquently put it than I did, but man, oh man, it is crazy the hoops you have to jump through, and then one of the things that's even worse, depending on where you are selling food and the population of that particular area, is how much your catering license is going to cost you. And guess who lives in one of the most populated areas of the state? Man. Victor said pop-ups work great with food trucks and trailers. While I mention this, there are food truck associations you can join and get advice from. You're probably, well, I'm gonna say probably. You're right. I have joined, and I tend to stray away from Facebook groups. I just think they are like the bane of existence. Facebook groups have become the new web forums, and oh my god, man, everybody has advice and everyone is an expert, I'm not for it. I'm not for it. So I go into those associations and those things like that with a grain of salt because someone knows, and this is the only way, and this is how it was done, and I'm like, I don't buy into it 100%. I'll figure it out. So you know, do you need help from other folks? Yes. Do you always need their help? No. Uh, so that's my opinion on associations and those type things. So, but that's just me. That's just me. I'm a little bit different when it comes to stuff like that. Uh, yeah. Anyway, how is everybody else doing? How's everybody? I know there were a couple folks that came here a little late. Actually, going around 40 minutes to DC and work a food truck. Yeah, I sure could go down 45 minutes and work a food truck. It's just, oof. But DC, so I don't think I want a truck. I think I want a trailer. But the problem is, DC, I don't think you can have trailers. Because if I'm doing barbecue, I want to be able to have a real smoker. And having a real smoker is important to me. And that's just not something that I can do all in a truck. Just get my feet wet since I've been back in Texas. Started selling in Cuban, California. New here in Texas. Yep. Hey, Lou, thank you very much, man. Yeah, it has been a rough day for me. Congrats on the name change, he says. Well, thank you so very much. Advice is only as good as the source. The trick is the getting a good source. Absolutely correct, Victor. Absolutely correct. But you know what? Those folks who are the mm, those people who like to hear themselves talk sometimes, and that they are the most prominent posters in those forums and those Facebook pages and things like that. They are definitely, in my opinion, sometimes not necessarily the best sources of information. All right, time for another re-up. So those of you guys who understand and get this meme, though I have the subsonic, right? It's the light. We don't have the high velocity round. It's the subsonic for sure. And what's even crazier, maybe it's just because this is the light. I am, I, like I bought a 12 pack of it. I almost done, and I probably won't buy another Twisted Tea for quite some time. Now I need to get the regular and see, but I found like this is 4%, and oh my gosh, it's like nothing in there, like nothing in there. Marcus is pow. Jack says goodnight. It's been fun and entertaining. Keep the coals hot and the meat tasty. Gotta hit the hay. Cheers. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Jack. I appreciate that. Deemer says, dang, YouTube gonna ban this channel for brandishing. I think is what he was trying to say. A dangerous weapon on stream. I thought high velocity rounds were illegal. They're not illegal. They're just illegal in quantities over 10. So I was so very excited when I was able to buy this in a quantity of 12, and my mag did not get pinned down to 10. So yeah, we have to talk. Look, Deemer says Twisted Tea is nasty. This is okay, but I'm like, it's like drinking regular iced tea. Rick said, Twisted Tea. Ever try that as a marinade for a pork butt? Just saying, no. Ever since I'm so sorry you had to buy 12 of them. I'm down. I think I'm down to the last 2 or 3. So it's and I mean, it hasn't been that hateful. It's just iced tea. It really is iced tea. And I really like Long Island iced teas. So all I did with it was one or two of the times I poured a little vodka over top of it. That made it better. That definitely made it better. But Rick, no, I've never. I don't. I'm a keep it simple type dude, man. I don't. Again, so this is one of those things, right? Uh, I didn't necessarily get it because of the video. I got it because I was making a joke about the fact that it was light and the a subsonic round. Um, but yeah. So Rick, back to what you were saying, and this is one of those things again where I want you guys to understand. I don't cook and experiment to experiment because when I'm cooking because someone paid me to cook. Hopefully that makes sense. The majority of the videos that you see, I could be cooking for my family to eat something, but I'm not going to do an experiment on a pork shoulder for them because it usually doesn't go over well because they're like, this isn't how you make it. This isn't how we like it. This is different. Like they might begrudgingly eat it, but it's not going to be like the first thing consumed. Like, what?
We're open to new things.
Oh, really?
We eat that pork roll thing.
You ate the porchetta because it was delicious?
Yes.
And it was different.
Yes.
If I make pulled pork, if I have a pork shoulder upstairs, let me thaw it out and let me marinate it in the last two twisted teas that I have. And your face says it all. Go sit down.
Why would you put it in tea though?
Go sit down.
Why would you do that?
See?
Tea?
See?
Yes.
As a marinade. But that is exactly what I'm trying to say.
No, but that's not true.
How's it not true?
If you did it and it tastes good, then we would go with it.
But your
maybe
face...
I may not like the idea, but if it worked out, just like when your son marinated a steak in pineapple juice, it ended up being delicious. I didn't think it was going to be yummy, but it was. So we are open to new things when they taste good. When they taste good. And if they taste bad, you get our face.
Yeah, I get the face regardless. Can you not right now? Taste tester number 3. They're I don't know why they're deciding to have a tea party at 10 o'clock after 10 o'clock at night. Anyway, hold on. Let me catch back up. Dash, you're forgetting something here. You are a great source. You have helped me immensely, my catering business moving forward, and much credit goes to you. Well, thank you, Victor. I appreciate that. You need to try Alabama Slammer. I think I've had that or a variation of that before. She just liked the string. Baby Grumper says you just like the string on the porchetta. They will never. They have never. Dude, I'm telling you, almost once a day, once a video, someone brings it up the string. And it's usually Victor. He commented on a video the other day and he said something about no strings attached. And I was like, damn. Like, come on, son. The missus is supposed to be watching the stream. She came running there like, hold up. No. So Deemer's, I'm sitting in my dining room and she's sitting in the front room. She's working. Okay. She is working. So she was off for 2 weeks. So she's catching up on work. I'm like, look, actually, I took today off. I didn't answer no email, no nothing. I'm like, bereavement day. Boom. And I should have taken more than one bereavement day, but I'm only taking one bereavement day. So I didn't answer. Oh, shoot. I got to put in my time today. Somebody remind me before the stream is over to put my time in. Anyway, Rick says I try new stuff all the time. If the family likes it, then it's a video. Or even goes out and samples in a food truck. Yeah. Look, Melwood says, Lamau. She giving him the net. Yo, she did, Grumpy. I'm telling you, her face said it all. Deemer's man, you know my wife. Customers will tell you, tell me the reviews. That's what's up. Hey, Jimmy. What's up, Dash? What's up? I've had yays and nays. Yes, indeed. Sounds like someone didn't like being to blame for the lack of meals being cooked. Nah, it's not the lack of meals being cooked, but I'm telling you, when I cook different things, they be like, no. I'm, and by they, yeah, they, no, I wanted a normal way. I wanted the normal way. So last night I told you I made the rump cap, which is the picanha, and I had this rump cap, and it was a pretty like a 2 inch or so piece of rump cap. I cut it into four individual steaks, and I put some of the Fiesta, the garlic pepper seasoning on it, and I meant to put the beef competition rub from Uncle Steve's on it, and I ended up putting the Uncle Steve's gator shake on it because I made some broccoli and I put the gator shake on the broccoli, and the steak turned out great. And it tastes lemony, it was citrusy, but it was great. But I would have had a problem with it because it wasn't normal. Uh, Rick says, "Oh, that string, it was funny." Shoot, remember me? I'll be using that string as dental floss. What's up, Steven? He says, "Hey, yo, Dash, Happy New Year. Good evening and Happy New Year to everyone." Or he says, "Evening all. Happy New Year." Jimmy says, "Looks like tomorrow may be the day finally." Yeah. Oh, I didn't get a notification today, but we shall see. Jimmy, I've been thinking about it, man. I've definitely been thinking about it. Um, and when a wife watches me cook, she always asks, "Why are you putting that in there?" I say, "I always put that in there." Now go away. Yeah, right. Sometimes when they don't see how it happens, they're like pleasantly surprised. Taylor says, "That's my new project. Now that I have some tools on deck, is to make a Weber grill table. I'm tired of being tableless. Your vid was helpful. Thank you." I tell you what, Taylor, if you want I won't say better, but another good table video, check out Johnny's video. He made a table for his, and his table is like his table is nice. He made a wood table for his Weber kettle, and yeah, let me just tell you, yeah. Uh, we have come up with your number. Yeah, shoot. Well, Jimmy, I appreciate it. We have to come up with your number. Will do. Been browsing some videos. Some folks' woodworking skills are, yo, that's Johnny. That Johnny's woodworking skills. Like, what was it Monte Mario? He's like, that's how Johnny's woodworking skills are. Like, I am envious of his woodworking skills, not only of his woodworking skills, but his woodworking tools. Yeah. hmm Mm. Speaking of tools, last week we were talking about making a new grill because of the fact that Bernadette is completely burned out, and I went out and bought everything. I'm gonna say everything, but I went out and bought a gantry crane. So last last week, yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, uh, Harbor Freight had 25% off coupon, and one of the things that was available on that 25% off coupon was the gantry. The gantry normally at $700. I was able to get it with tax for $550. 25% off. Yes, ka-ching. I was able to get the gantry, the dolly, the hoist, and then I even got a leveler, or a leveler, an auto leveling type thing. And yeah, for the total of less than the original price. Uh, Rick says Johnny at View to a Grill is a madman. He says major. We're going to say major woodworking skills. All right. Yes, there you go, Steven. Steven, right on time. He says, "Here's View to a Grill. How to make a table for the Weber 22. Yes, indeed. Steven, thank you so very much, man. Uh, Jimmy says, "I see a build in the future. I'm trying. Johnny says, "You guys are making me blush, dude. It's so true. Yeah, like, yeah. Johnny's one of those folks where it's like, oh, he's making something today. Yeah, definitely. KB says, ooh, it's on. Can't wait to see the new pit build video. See? I like being prepared. I like purchasing tools and having them on hand before I need them. And that's what this is. Yo, it took four of us to load this thing into the back of the van. The the overhead I beam, wow, it's ridiculous. And then the other box that it comes in was like 300. No, altogether it was like 700. This thing was 700 pounds. I had to tear the box apart and take the components out separately because I couldn't lift the box up by myself. I mean, it was ridiculous. And of course, I had to do that yesterday because I needed to put two arcade cabinets in it today. Yeah. And I bought it on Sunday. It was sitting in the back of the van for a couple days. This is woodworking is hard because the tools you need to get it done can make a cheap table, but if you have a lot of clamps, take some time to build up the tools and learn techniques. So Taylor, I will tell you that that is true to an extent. It's one of those things where you have to think outside of the box, and you'll utilize the tools that you have, because that's how I build things around my house in my garage. Like, you guys saw me struggle with making a firebox for Kirk, the fire basket for Kirk, and I had to bend it, and I'm like, well, I couldn't get it to bend properly because I was using a different table, and it just didn't work out. Taylor's is slow and steady. Yes, indeed. Hey, Johnny. Yeah, he has that badass tool, but yes, he does. He does. This is a whole leverage that you own to make extra money to sell 10 years, 10 of these a year for $600 cash. I sell about 10 of these a year for $600 cash. That's what's up, Johnny. Huh. That is amazing. Johnny knows whoever has the most glue clamps wins. Look, clamps are, you can never have too many. I feel the same thing about the C clamps when I'm welding. Man, those things come in handy. What happened to that girl? The company parts for resto. Did it fall through? It was the rectifier grill. So, yo, no, Johnny, I did the math. I maybe I just read it incorrectly. But you sell them for $600 each. Oh, no. I did the math, and I yeah, impressive. When I was making drums, I was making them and selling them for $350, and I was making a couple of them a year, and it wasn't worth it. Like, the cost of metal has gone up, and it just wasn't worth it. Wood is, not for nothing, been a little steadier, and shoot, I wish I could put the time and energy into, you know, being able to make a table, but I mean, that table that I made over there, it cost me literally, it cost me $120 to cut a hole in it, and I just four sheet metal screws. Shoot, yeah. Big Steve, thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Yo, y'all are going to donations, man. I appreciate that. Johnny says they cost $200 in material, and I think $600 to make it, out the door, and that's yeah. Hey, Marcus says great show as always. Going to be an early morning. Take care, everyone. Yes, indeed. Rick says got to run, guys. Y'all be good and safe. Yes. Steven says good night, Marcus. Good night, John boy. Good night, Ricardo. Good night, Marcus. Something itching on my eye. Anyway, yeah. Definitely, Johnny. I totally agree. Using the tools that you have to leverage it into extra money. Like, why wouldn't you? But there's plenty of people that just don't do that. They don't think about that. But then again, those same people are the ones that won't buy the tool. Like, I'd much rather buy the tool than buy the thing that I need. Hence the reason I bought the gantry. Do I need a gantry right now? No. Did I get dirty looks from my wife when I told her I was buying a gantry? And she's like, "What do you need that for?" And I'm like, "If I have to explain it." Nah. So yeah, the dirty looks. Johnny, I'm sure you are well aware of the dirty looks that you get when you walk in with a different tool, or you're like, "I gotta go get a tool." And I'm like, "For what?" Well, yeah, I'm the type of person that, look, if I'm doing something, I'm gonna buy the right tool for the job and get it done myself. Make sure it's done correctly, and yeah. Steven says, all of a sudden, I feel like watching an episode of The Waltons. What would make you want to watch The Waltons, Steven? What is it that would want to or make you compel you to want to watch The Waltons? Come on, come on. I'm telling you, man. I like that's one of the things that I will take from my mom. Loved the Waltons, loved the Waltons, and she will watch that show, and that is just one of the takeaways. I couldn't tell you, I couldn't tell you anything past Good Night, John Boy. I know we talked about it before. Holy cow, Taylor! Thank you, sir, so very much, man. I am very appreciative of you guys who are taking the time to make donations. I'm not asking for donations. I'm simply here, I'm just simply here. That's all it is. And I can't say thank you guys enough. All this good night going on up in here. Definitely, Steven. Shoot, I feel like I need to watch the Waltons. So my aunt that lives out in Pittsburgh, she and I talk about TV shows from time to time because I know she's an avid TV watcher. And usually she's watching something that I might be able to get into. And, it's one of those, like a book club, but it's a Netflix club that we talk about every now and again. And one of the last times I talked to her, I said, "Hey, what are you watching?" And she said, "Oh," she's going to laugh. And I'm like, I'm not going to say I'm not, but maybe I won't." She said, "I recently got back into the Waltons." And I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Yes." She said, or if it wasn't the Waltons, it was Little House on the Prairie. And I'm like, "That's such an old person show." And she cracked up because she said, "I know." She said, she was saying her grandmother, this is my paternal grandmother. Uh, Now this is my paternal grandmother that we call my mom. She said, "My mom used to watch it when I was a kid," and she's like, "I didn't get it." She says, "I didn't get it." She said, "Now that I'm older and I understand what's going on," she's like, "They are some of the best TV shows." And I was just like, "Oh my gosh, like, you're such an old person." And maybe I'll get to the point where I find enjoyment in watching the Waltons and or Little House on the Prairie. But for now, like, nah, man. At least the Waltons was not in black and white. I think Little House on the Prairie was. Yeah. Goodness gracious. Speaking of my aunt, I need to hit her up just to say hi. I haven't talked to her in a little while. But yeah. Yeah. Oh man, you guys are the best. Hey, look, we are an hour and a half in. If you haven't already hit that thumbs up button for me, I would greatly appreciate it if you could, please and thank you. So I am ecstatic that you guys are willing and able and are on board with the new direction. That yeah. Ricer, he says, "Hey Dash, sorry I'm so late, brother." Nah, man, don't apologize. The other day I popped on your live stream and you were talking away. I sat there and listened for a little bit, and you were behind in the comments, and I was like, I only have about 3 to 5 minutes to sit here because I was getting ready to go to Nod Land, and I said I'm just gonna leave the thumbs up. I'm gonna let this sit open for a little while. I was gone. But I did want to say thank you, Jeff. Jeff is one of the. I told you. I told those of you who were here earlier on the live stream how Jeff and I were talking, and Jeff and I were talking, and because Jeff and I were talking, I talked to Justin, and Justin kind of confirmed, and we, he helped me to realize that there were some things that I needed to do differently. And with that being said, this is all part of the change in direction on the channel. Oh, there's why there's a crease in the table, because the tablecloth would. I'm like, why is it not? Yeah, okay. Squirrel. Steven says, dang, Dash, new name change. Love it. What's up, Steven? Thank you, sir. Some of the more observant folks noticed right away yesterday when I posted a video talking about last year's, the metrics on the channel for last year. And the person who noticed right away, his name is Mark N, and it's so funny. He's the one with the snowy owl on his avatar, and he said, "Oh man," he said, "New name, congratulations." And I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "Look, thank you for being the first person to notice and say something about it." Because of that, I sent him a sticker, or I sent him some stickers. I don't know. I don't know if he's here or if he might watch this, but I sent him some stickers. So I just wanted to, and I mean, unfortunately, I don't have anything else right now to be able to send you guys as a way to say thank you. But I did send him like a sticker pack, a double sticker pack actually. So he got 2 of all of the stickers that I have. But yeah, I am looking forward to drilling down and focusing more about talking about the catering and some of my catering experiences, and hopefully helping out some other folks. I am just reading Taylor's. So Taylor says, Dash, just let me know when you diversify into the analytical chemistry consulting business. I got your back. So Taylor, I think I've told you this, but my wife actually has a degree in chemistry, and she is all the analytical chemist I need. Not for nothing, you and I could probably sit and maybe we can make some biltong together. But I tell you what, man, she's my go-to analytical chemist. Nothing personal. Rice says, always fun to change things up, brother. Yes, indeed. It'll be SDS Barbecue and Associates. Hey, you never know, man. Speak it into existence. How's the best mod in show business doing tonight? Yo, he is definitely the best mod. You guys stay cooking later. Yeah. And we got a built-on promise. Part of cleaning up the garage area. He says almost there. That's what's up. Video coming soon. Taylor. What? Huh? Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Come on. I mean, I know you've been using that smoker. What's up, man? Get to putting out videos or something. Yeah. Or something. Definitely. But we shall see how everything works out. And I'm gonna go from there. There's no promises. No promises. So actually, I don't think I'm gonna put up a video tomorrow because I have some things I have to do, and I am going to try to focus and work on putting up a video for next week. And I gotta do some soul searching and yeah. I had one barrel. My sleeper Premiere program is losing frames. Ooh, can't figure out why. Change the program, man. Don't spend too much time trying to figure out what's going on with one thing. If you can just make a modification or change the software, yeah. Seek the Freak says, hey, yo, what's up with the channel name? I am going to try and focus a little bit more on talking about the catering aspect of the things that I do. There are a lot of you guys who get value in the stories, the advice, the do it this way, or hey, this is how I do it, or this is how I've done it type of videos. And those videos that are focused more on the catering, there's a lot of folks that get value in that. So I'm going to try and focus, excuse me, a little bit more on that. Now, I know there are a lot of you guys who are like, I'm here for the cooking and only the cooking. Then some of you guys are like, I'm here for the beard and only the beard. There's a couple of you guys who are like, I'm here for the welding and only the welding. I know that, and that is what I am, leery of. But then there's a lot of you guys who are like, whatever you put up, I'm gonna watch just because of you, and that is what I appreciate. So those of you guys who are in that last category, and you're like, oh wait, Dash put up a video, I'm gonna watch it. You guys are real MVPs, like for real. But I have to do some work in order to try and I want to grow. I want to grow. I want to take this to the next level. And if taking this to the next level means I need to drill down and focus on something, then I'm going to drill down and focus on something. And, if this doesn't work, I can always just go back to posting any old and, any old video that I want and any video that I need to on my channel. It's not like I wasn't, I want to progress more. And actually, what's funny is I was talking to Marcus from Crimson Creek yesterday, and when I've done those metrics, and I was able to talk about the year before and the current year, the way YouTube changed their analytics, I couldn't talk about the year before because I couldn't do a direct comparison. It wasn't as easy. So I wasn't able to do that. But I was talking to him, he and I were talking yesterday, and I had, it was like 900,000 or 908,000 views on my videos, and 70, I can't remember what the exact number was, but I found out that my watch time, I had, I had less watch time. So I had 79.5 thousand hours watched last year. So for 2020 versus, I think it was 85 or 90,000 hours watched the year before, but I had 900,000 plus views on my videos versus in 2020 versus 800 or 850,000 ish views on my video in in 2019. So the takeaway I got from that was I had more watch time in 2019 than I did in 2020, but more views, which meant that people were watching for a shorter period of time. And that's not, what you want to have on YouTube. So I need to do a little bit better. And if I can take and turn, as opposed to me turning around 100 videos a year, and I can turn around 25 videos or 50 videos a year and get the same amount of views and or more watch time, I think my time is better spent doing that. And that's what this is all about. What's your new release schedule going to look like? I'm not sure, Johnny. I'm not sure. I have not figured all of that out yet. But I might be down to a live stream. I'm still gonna do the live streams. I'm gonna say I've been advised, but the live streams don't 100%. They're not 100% conducive. But I like doing the live streams, and the live streams are not necessarily for, I don't know how to explain it. I have fun talking with you guys. Those of you guys who are here, and it's a means for me to connect with those of you guys who are able to watch the live streams. But I probably will. It'll either be Tuesday or Thursday, just because that'll allow me time to get things done. Quite possibly more on a Thursday than it will be on a Tuesday, because that'll give me 3 days, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, in order to get the video edited and done in order to get it up on a Thursday. The Tuesday videos sometimes can be a little hectic if I'm not doing something over the weekend where I can film something and then like having to get something done on a Monday and then up and edited for Tuesday. Yeah. Victor says, of course, everyone is cool with your new direction. Most of us are halfway to the win, drinking the vodka, spike Kool-Aid. Yeah, I know. This me, Zardro, but that's dope. I'm interested in catering, so that's what's up, Zardro. And but that's the point, man. So a lot of you guys came in and were fans of the cooking videos. They're like, oh man, every time you cook something, I learn something. All right, but last year I didn't cook nearly as much as I did the year before. So it's like, well, how do I keep people interested? And there's a lot of you guys who are interested in the cooking because you were catering, but the cooking is what got your, you piqued your interest. And now I think I'm going to drill down and take it to the next level and talk to the folks that are out there who are cooking and also catering, as opposed to the folks who are just cooking and putting up barbecue videos or watching barbecue videos to watch barbecue videos. I want to talk more to those of you guys who are doing barbecue to do catering. Captain Newbie says, always a blast. Good night, y'all. Izzy says, I'm here for the comedy and barbecue. Well, thank you very much, man, Izzy. I appreciate that. He says, I watch it all. Chopping and grilling with KC. He says, what up? Are you going to be taking any videos down? No, Johnny, I am not going to take any videos down. I am a firm believer in leaving them up there. I put them up there. I put them out there. They're going to stay. That was just I can draw a line in the sand, and this is pretty much what I'm doing. I'm saying, hey, this is what I'm going to be doing moving forward. I mean, I've drawn a few lines in the sand in the beginning. I did those animations. I did that for quite some time. Then I went from the animations and I did the Don't You Hate It When stuff, and I did that for quite some time. Then after the Don't You Hate It When stuff, I was doing beard stuff, and I did that for quite some time. And then after the beard stuff, it was like, all right, well, I started doing the barbecue stuff, and the barbecue stuff was me trying to help a friend, and the barbecue stuff has kind of stuck. But with the barbecue stuff, I'm like, well, I don't have to only do the barbecue stuff. That's when I'm like, oh hey, I'm gonna put up a video of me fixing something on my vehicle. All right, cool. So I fixed something on my vehicle. Well, does that really have a place on my channel? No, it doesn't. Did it get me a lot of views? Yes, it did. Is it still getting views? Yes, it is. What's hilarious is when you guys who are my core folks who watch my barbecue videos, somebody does a search and they're looking for something in regards to a Ford E350 or a Volkswagen Passat TDI, and they find one of those videos, and I'm like, I'm putting that out there for someone to learn something off of, but I want to not only get the views on that video, I want to capture the subscription from that view. And the subscription that I capture from that view, especially like on my beard videos, dude, that I'm using the heated beard brush. Does it work? Yes. Do I love it? Yes. Is there a lot of people watching those videos? Yes. Last year, I think I got 500, 600 people, new subscribers, but those are new subscribers that click subscribe on that video. And then I had quite a few people who were like, hey man, I came here to learn something about a beard and I'm staying for the barbecue stuff. And I'm like, that's awesome, great. Same thing, one of my friends from high school, he found my channel because he was looking for some beard information. He was like, yo, I know that guy. And you know, he came and then he's like, oh hey, I watch some of your barbecue videos every now and again. And I'm like, dope, dope, dope. That is awesome. So yeah. Taylor says, yeah, go us. He says he watches them all too. Simply not enough catering channels on YouTube. Well, Zeke, man, Zardrell, hopefully I can, and I think that's all part of why I put the name Catering Info. Because everyone is seeking out that catering information, and there's a lack of information out there, and there's people that are hungry for that information. Because though I'm specifically talking about barbecue catering, you know as well as I do, if you're cooking fried chicken, if you're baking, if you are, making sandwiches, catering is catering, because the product isn't the product. The product is the service. And some people don't understand that. I mean, you can sell a product, right? And I think I've told you about this. I had a guy who I sold brisket to, and ribs and pulled pork and other things like that. And he's like, "Yo, my favorite thing that you do is your brisket." I'm like, "All right." He's like, "Yo," he said, "I respect your hustle so very much." He's like, "Cause he's like, you know." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." He's like, "I respect your hustle," is what I told him. I'm like, "I respect your hustle." He said, "But," he said, "This is what," he said, "I respect your hustle because you out here hustling a product." He's like, "And the product is the product." And a lot of people don't understand that. And I'm like, "Yeah." But in this particular instance, in catering, the product isn't the food you're selling, the product is the service. And that is what I want to talk about. Uh, Chopping and Grilling KC says, same, I'm going to be changing the name for branding purposes. Exactly. Da, da, da. I'm a fan of going live. They didn't benefit my channel in the long run. Yeah. What did I pick out?
Her name.
Yeah. I named all of them.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I know that.
I'm telling her.
Yes, I know that.
Jeez. See these side conversations? Y'all should be sitting in here with me, and then it wouldn't be as awkward.
No one told you to be ear hustling in a whole other round.
Oh, the you who ear hustled through the entire hour and 47 minutes on my live stream?
Because I'm working.
I am working as well. I'm working.
Ugh.
Da, da, da.
Suck my big toe.
No, thank you. I've seen your big toe. Wild Bill's Backyard Barbecue. Just what's good, Dash? Nothing much, man. Hey, Laura, how you doing this evening? I don't. I'm interested in catering channel. I want to start catering on the side as well. That's what's up, blind man. Yes, indeed. Why does she have to stomp through this room when she walks through? She knows.
I want to clarify who she is because
she is taste tester number 3. Stomps through this room when she walks through here. My wife did. She floated through the room, but you know.
On my tiptoes.
Yeah. Because she's so short, she has to walk on tiptoes.
Don't hate. I'm almost as tall as she.
You what?
She's almost as tall as me.
No, she's not.
I know.
I'm not gonna do any shorts videos, Johnny, but I might reserve those for like Instagram or something like that to kind of push views to my YouTube channel. I don't think I will be doing shorts on YouTube though, but I don't know. I can't say. Russia says, I think it's a great move, Dash. Obviously, yeah, he was a big help in getting this done. But I think this will help you concentrate more on the task instead of just making a video to post. Agreed. And, it's so funny because it's like, where have I heard that before, right, sir? Bob says, I'm interested in barbecue and catering. I think that I might start this on the side for now. Dude, I'm telling you, Bob, I was doing barbecue as a hobby. And I turned my hobby into a side hustle. And then I turned the hobby into a side hustle. And because I was doing barbecue, I was cooking as much, I had a friend come to me and he was like, "Hey man, I need some help just cooking, right?" And that was what got me started doing the videos on YouTube. It wasn't specifically about the catering; it was about cooking at the time, at the time. But now I can honestly say, and this has taken a while for me to get to this point where it's not necessarily about the cooking for me. I've cooked so much. I can only cook the same when I'm catering. I have a limited menu and I can only cook those same things so many different ways that I feel like I'm almost at the end of that particular runway, if you will. And now I need to focus and I need to turn around. I need to taxi and turn around and say, all right, well, how do I keep people interested? How do I keep people watching? And that was the soul searching I had to do. And Ricer helped, and Justin helped, and Alton from the Dogfather Barbecue, he's willing to help. He reached out to me today, and he's like, "Hey man, hit me up if you need something." And I'm like, "Yeah, dude." Um, so I mean, I'm just taking a step back. I'm just taking a step back, and I'm figuring it out. Chopping. KC says I survived my lives and realized it is not benefiting my channel. Oh, I survived. Survey lives and realizes that they not benefit my channel. It's real hurts in the long run. Nobody's watching the lives more than once. And you know what, Casey, I'm telling you, man, you're not the only person that I've heard that from, but I know that there are folks that are watching these videos, some of these videos again, and I don't know how to explain it. I am going to be fiddling with the videos to see if making them unlisted or removing them has negative effects, and I will kind of go from there. I haven't. I was on the road. I literally was on the road all day today and didn't get a chance to play with it. So yeah. Darnell says, "Have you ever cooked a turducken?" No, my wife has talked about a turducken like when we first moved into this house. We talked about a turducken a long, long time ago, and it's one of those things where I've never ordered one, but we've talked about it, and everyone knows what a turducken is. If you don't know what a turducken is, it's a turkey stuffed with so it's a turkey and then a duck stuffed with a chicken. I think that's how it goes. So it's a chicken inside of a duck inside of a turkey. Yeah. What are you drinking tonight? So I had Miller Lite. I had two Miller Lights, and I had a subsonic light twisted tea. I'm getting ready to get up and get another one. It's been 2 hours and I've only had these three. So yeah, I started my channel teaching people how to start a successful catering business. My views on those videos are huge, Casey says. Well, damn, nice. Alan says, "What's going on, Dash? How you doing this evening, Alan? Appreciate you stopping by. If you haven't already, and I'm not just talking to you, Alan, I'm talking to anyone and everyone. If you haven't already hit the thumbs up button, I would appreciate it if you could for me. Are you going to start doing a finished catering video?" So, Izzy, what do you mean a finished catering video? Because one of the things that I've said is when I am out and about doing something and I am setting up catering an event, I can't necessarily, or I don't necessarily want to put someone on blast that is not comfortable being on camera. Will you be sending some Canadian Smarties near the end of the month? End of the month. So I've heard that Canadian Smarties are more like what we call M&Ms and not Smarties, because when you say Smarties, I'm thinking of the anyway, what we call Smarties. I don't know how else to explain it. I need to look into it and see what, like how or what, but I don't know. You can't shout out catering shorts in your channel. That's normal. It brings few traffic to your channel without all the editing work, tags, and thumbnails. It works, bro. Seriously. You can't shout out catering shorts on your video. That's the new normal. You can't shout out. Laura says better than the M&M. KC, please explain, man. Maybe I'm missing something, and I am. You see, I am tired. You can't shout. Oh, you can't shout out creating. Oh, shut out. Jesus Christ, I am. Yeah, you can't shut out creating shorts on your channel. That's the new normal. It brings a huge traffic to your channel without all the editing work. See, and I don't know if I agree with you because, and it might be the way that I would perceive how I would do a short video, where, I mean, yeah, it's just something that I'm gonna have to play with. I don't know, and I'm not shutting it out. I am. I'm just saying I don't know, because the whole thing is this: if I do a short video, why not just do a long video? I mean, it's I feel like it's going to take almost the same amount of effort, and me doing a 30-second to a minute cook and not explaining something on how I did it or why I did it or what is, I won't say it's not my thing, but that's that's not my train of thought. That's not my thinking. How about that? And I'm not shutting it out, not shutting it down. I just don't I don't know yet. All right. I'm not gonna say no. I'm just I'm gonna have to circle. So Jimmy says, doesn't it end up killing your watch time? See, and Jimmy, I'm not. I don't know. I don't know, because if you have a short video, and this is the way that I imagine it could actually help, and how you get a ton of views is because YouTube sees the advertising my channel. See, Johnny gets it. Johnny gets it because he says, I posted a short. He says, still didn't feel right about it. Used it more as advertising my channel. And I get that, Johnny. And I think it's because I am of the mindset that if I'm pulling out the camera and I'm filming and I'm going to do this, then I'm going to do this. I'm going to do the video. Not I'm going to take a 3 to 5 second clip here, a 3 to 5 second clip here, a 10-second clip here that I slow down or I speed up. I mean, if I'm going to go through the effort and pulling out the camera and doing everything necessary, then I'm going to make a 10-minute video. But the problem is people skip through the 10-minute videos and they'll watch 25 to 50% of it. If I have a 2-minute video that someone watches 80 or 90% of, then YouTube likes that and they'll send it out and they'll push it out and more people will see that and they'll watch 80 to 90% of the video. So it's a 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. Matt Wood says, I don't like the shorts. I'd rather see a long video. I just did it in 3 days. I got thousands of views overnight. But so here's my question, Casey. And it might be a thing of you might be better at doing short videos than you are doing at a normal or a longer format video. And that might work for you. Where some of us might be better at doing the longer format videos than a short format video. And you know, this is freaking YouTube, man. There is no right answer. There is no perfect video. There is no perfect solution, which is the unfortunate thing because everyone is grasping at straws and no one knows the definitive answer. We can only, think, and we can only presume what will help with the algorithm and what will help get someone to watch a video. And it's one of those things where sometimes you just get the random luck of the draw, man. Maybe you just the keywords or the search terms or something was the YouTube algorithm guys shine down on you on that particular day or that particular video. Next best thing says, hey yo, how you doing, man? All right, Laura, cool. Grandpa says, I don't get the shorts. It takes me 30 seconds to say welcome and hello. Yeah? If there's the shorts, I skip them, Madwood says. Well, Terry, thanks, man. I use the shorts to advertise my videos that I posted up. It works well. So Yes, but here's the thing with that, because I've done that as well, and I've made, teasers, and in that last video, in that video that I did yesterday, one or two of those clips from the other cooks were the teasers for that video. And the one that I put up about me using the bigger smoker, that was the exact teaser for that video. And I tell you what, I got so much pushback because people were like, oh man, you clickbaited me. Maybe you don't know what clickbait is. Because that wasn't clickbait. That was the hook. Like, or I have to go and watch the whole video somewhere else. I'm posting this video to Facebook to try and get you to look at my YouTube channel that you didn't know I had. So yeah, I want you to look at YouTube. That's the point of this video. But now I don't know what happened. Go to YouTube, watch the video. I mean, I couldn't believe the pushback that I was getting, and people were mad at that video. And I'm like, yo, it's under a minute. It was funny as hell, I thought. It conveyed a very clear and concise message, and there was a cliffhanger at the end. Like any and everything you need in a commercial. That was a trailer for the full video. The trailer on Facebook, the teaser, it got some views, but it did almost absolutely nothing for the video. I mean, I still think I got about 1,000, 1,500 views on that video, which was normal. Yeah, I don't know. I am not 100% sold on the shorts. But that's just me and how I film. I have I'm a film and video mindset, and I'm gonna film it from start to finish, and I can kind of storyboard it out in my head and do what I need to do. The shorts, I'm just not there yet. Shorts are for people watching on their phone, Johnny says. He said, I still rather watch a long video. Casey says, that's Facebook fans. Yeah, hey y'all, gotta go. 4:30 a.m. comes fast. Good night, everyone. Stay safe and be good. Yes, sir. Steven, thank you very much. Taylor is gonna crash soon. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night. Yes, indeed. Taylor, be easy, man. Definitely looking forward to seeing something from you and that new cleaned up garage. Yep. Bob says, I like watching full videos, not really into shorts, because I don't get enough info to help me along. So one of the pet peeves of mine when I watch a short format video, usually there's no audio or there's no explanation. And it's like, I can watch somebody cook something and then I have to infer or I have to read all the information that you would have given me if you'd just done a 3-minute video or a 5-minute video as opposed to a video that's 30 seconds. First. Second, if you do a video and you put a whole bunch of text on the screen, I know for sure I am almost always doing something else while watching a YouTube video. So what do I need? I need you to talk to me. I need you to talk me through your cook. And if there's something that you say that interests me, I can go back and look at what you're doing, and as opposed to me just kind of listening and glancing over. I've told you guys about my setup at work. I have 3 monitors. I have a dedicated monitor where I put YouTube videos and I play them while I'm doing my work on my main screen in front of me. I have my email to my left. When things pop up and move, we know we have this thing called peripheral vision. I'm focused on the monitor in front of me, and in my peripheral to the right, I can see what's going on in the video. I have my headphone on, or I have the video playing out loud on the speaker. And on my left, I see my email. Hey, if an email pops up or, I see movement, oh man, this person emailed. Like, what the hell do they want? What do they need? One of those type deals, okay? Yeah, so Terry agrees with Bob, and I agree too, definitely. Not for nothing, not that's the only reason, but the shorts are not, and it could just be we are not the audience for shorts, and sometimes you just have to accept that. Uh, Grumpus says, I think videos need to tell a story, beginning, a middle, and end. I can't tell a story in 55 seconds. Agreed, Grumpus. I agree wholeheartedly. And I am of the firm belief that your videos should be telling a story as well. KC says, okay. So what you gotta go to the movies, the trailer. You have to edit correct and create a great shorts trailer. I don't like trailers. I'd rather go into a minute. I 100%. Do I watch trailers? Yes. Am I a fan of trailers? No. I absolutely hate when I watch a trailer and I go into the movie expecting one thing and I get something completely different. Or the trailer in the 2 minutes or so in the trailer tells the entire story, and I'm like, why did I need to sit through this hour and a half, 2 hour movie when I found out everything I needed to know in the 2 minute trailer? Okay. Or the trailer just is completely left field and it leaves me hanging like, what the hell did I just watch? Like, that makes me not want to watch. Like, no, I don't. So I much rather go into a movie not knowing what to expect. I go into those movies with the least expectation, with the least amount of basically expectation, and those are the ones that I get the most enjoyment out of because I didn't have an expectation. But when I watch a trailer, I you're setting my expectations, and if you don't meet that expectation, then I am thoroughly disappointed, and I feel like I wasted my time. John says, I hate short videos. William, how you doing? He says, hey, yo, what up, barbecuers? There you go. Grumpus says, trailer equals spoiler. I don't watch trailers, Grumpus says. I mean, I hold on, let me get a refill. My daggone legs are sore. My knees, oh man, they are hurting. Sitting in the van all damn day. I mean, literally all day. Got on the road at 4 a.m. I got back home. It was 5 p.m. On the road 13 hours today. 13 hours. Now, I did stop here and there, but for the most part, I was probably driving 9 to 10 hours of that 13 hours on the road. CKC says I watch all your catering videos this morning. I watched them all this morning. That's what's up. Jermaine, how you doing, man? He says, what up, Dash? Jermaine is an old head. He's an OG to the channel. And Jermaine, you are doing catering, right? Rare enough to catch y'all nowadays. Yes, indeed, William. I'm appreciative you also are one of those OGs that has been around on my channel and on the live streams for quite some time. But I completely understand that life gets in the way. Hey, speaking of life getting in the way, can you hit that thumbs up button for me, please? I would greatly appreciate it. And we're just kind of, shooting the breeze and hanging out. I know that the live streams aren't necessarily everyone's cup of tea, but I'm appreciative of you guys that watch. William says, I got the corner store too. Nice. My old man could do a full cook in 45 seconds. Yes, my old man could burn a meal in less than 55 seconds, Nukem says. The name like Nukem, Ooh, Grumpus says, what if I make a short on hating shorts? Look, you speaking of hating shorts, I probably wear long pants 98% of the time around the calendar year. I don't necessarily hate shorts, I just, they're not my favorite. So there's that. Uh, but how do you know the movies in the theater advertising? That's all I'm saying. He said he agrees to disagree. So the whole thing is this: I will watch a movie based off of the synopsis. I will read the synopsis and I will watch it. Like I watch all types of craziness on Netflix, not based necessarily on the trailer, but what I'm reading in the synopsis. I will literally not watch the trailer, and or I will watch a movie based off of recommendations from friends. Now, do folks send me trailers? Yes, my manager, man, he is notorious for sending me trailers. He is like, when the movies were open, he would go to the movies probably Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. He was that guy where he was going to the movies almost every single day, or at least once or twice a week. He was in the movies. He, his wife, his sons. I don't think his daughters. His daughters are a little older. I don't think his daughters would go to the movies with him as much as as his son and his wife did. But I mean, that's just, I won't say that's just not me, but I can't sit still for that long. I'm sitting very comfortably in a dark place with the TV up and on in front of me. Yo, I'm gonna be asleep. So in order for me to one get into a movie, yo, you got to hold my attention. You have to hold my attention. And my odd sleep schedule, like my wife hates watching movies with me. She hates watching TV with me because I fall asleep. I will fall asleep. I like, if I'm not watching a movie or a TV series or something like that, as soon as I wake up during the day, yo, I there is a good chance after probably 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, if I'm sitting still long enough, I'm gonna fall asleep. And it's so crazy because I can turn the TV on and fall asleep, but if I have everything completely off and dark, I will sit and like tonight. I came home and I was like, all right, it was like 6:30, 7 o'clock. I said, all right, I know I got the live stream in 2 hours. I need to go and lay down. I need to go and lay down and try to rest a little bit so I'm not yawning, I'm not falling asleep on camera, which I've done before. So I'm like, all right. So originally I was watching stuff on my phone. I'm like, all right, well, I'm still not tired. And probably almost an hour passed. I'm like, great. Now it's, 7:30, almost 8 o'clock. I'm like, great. I'm like, come on. So 7:45, I'm like, all right, let me put my phone down. I put my phone down. I turned all of the notifications off because I was laying there and I'm like, oh man, all right, I'm just close my eyes. Bing, text message. Bing, messenger notification. Bing, Facebook notification. Bing this. Bing that. And I'm just like, damn it. Every time I want to put my phone down and I need everyone to leave me alone, that's when everyone wants to send me text messages and that's when everyone wants to hold the conversation. And I was just like, damn it, Instagram messages. And not for nothing, I'm not mad at the people who are sending me messages because my whole thing is if I didn't want a conversation, I shouldn't have replied. But I try to reply because that's just me, and that's all part of the problem. But I didn't actually fall asleep until about 8:15, and I have an alarm that's supposed to go off, and I don't think my alarm went off tonight. If it did, I'll slept right through it. But the alarm goes off at 8:45 to say, "Hey, you gotta get everything prepped and prepared and ready for the live stream in 15 minutes." And I woke up and it was 9:03, and I said, "Oh man," I said, "Mind you, I fell asleep at 8:15, maybe eight, just after 8 o'clock." And I'm like, no sense in me rushing around trying to hurry up and get on. I'm like, I'm already late. So I took my time. I came downstairs. I set up my tripod. I set up the phone. I went and got a beer. I sat down, and it was 9:05, 9:06 by the time I started. And I'm like, hey, I'm so sorry for being late, but today has been a long day. Like, I I woke up this morning. It was 2 o'clock in the morning, and my whole thing is this: I've never been one of these people, excuse me, that needs 8 hours of sleep. I function off of 3 to 5 hours. Like I average 3 to 5 hours of sleep, And when I don't get 3 to 5 hours of sleep, okay, after excuse me, after a couple nights of getting 3 to 5 hours, I'm like, I'm right as rain, and I can go 24 or 48 hours without very much sleep, and I do from time to time. But when I get a decent amount of sleep, when I have to go to sleep, I can't go to sleep. When I have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm up at 3. I'm up at 3:30. I just That's just what happens. So I'm the person that's up at 4:30 almost every single morning because I get up at that time. I have to get up at that time to go to work. So on the weekends, I'm still up at 4:30 unless I've been like drinking the night before or I was up until 1 o'clock the night before, and then I might sleep in. When I say sleep in, I might sleep in till 6. So it's just, like I said, yeah. Da, da, da. Jermaine says, yes, sir. So did you change the name? Yes, I did. I wanted to make it a little more inclusive as to what I am hoping to do. If that makes sense, Jermaine, I want to focus a little bit more on the catering information aspect. I find that the catering information that's out there is a little bit lacking. Okay, she says I've been catering for 20 years. Well, I'm at about 5 right now. William, yeah, man, I've definitely fallen asleep on camera like a couple times where I've been sitting here and I'll start talking and I'll be talking and I'll be like, yeah, and then the fan is X, Y, and Z, and I'm telling you, you look back at some of the live streams in the last. I don't want you to skip ahead, but if you skip ahead to the last about 10 to 15 minutes of some of the live streams, I have definitely fallen asleep. Uh, that's not bad, Grumpus. Or Johnny, 300 plus views, 42 hours. How long is the video? Mm. Johnny, I'd actually be curious to see what the watch time percentage is. Her percentage watch. So I'm not sure. I'll do that again. Johnny, you never know. Sometimes what happens is you'll get that person that sees one video and then YouTube will serve them up your next video and you might actually get the subscription on that video, not the first video. So don't necessarily put stock in that first video getting all of the subs because it's almost like they see one video and they're like, and then YouTube serves them up another one of your videos, and you're like, oh, hey, wait, this from the same guy. And then you watch that second video and or that third video, and then it takes 2 to 3 videos sometimes for you to be like, you know what? I like this guy. I'm gonna go ahead and subscribe. So don't 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 put too much stock in that short video getting you all of the subscriptions because I don't think that's going to happen. I think the short video is going to introduce people to your channel, and then once the introduction has been done, your other videos, are going to be what is going to keep people there, if that makes sense. I'm for it. Grumble says, but that's what makes us keep coming back. Yeah. 46 seconds watch time is 56%. It has earned me 75 cents. That's what's up. What? Says, okay, these shorts, what next? Blinks. What's up, Adam? How you doing, man? How's everything going with you, sir? I am, oh man, I'm probably not going to be sitting here that much longer because I know that little power nap I took between like 8 and 9 o'clock. It is. I feel like I'm fading, but it's like I really enjoy hanging out with you guys. I do, and I really enjoy talking with you guys. But I'm not 100% sure on. I have to see what and or how or if these videos will help. But I think it's one of those things where if I can use these live streams and leverage and talk about catering live and being able to answer questions live, then they might be more helpful. As opposed to just doing the live and it'd be something unrelated to my channel, I want to actually do the live stream and it be related to my channel. And not only that, it be related to my channel, but that it be insightful and informative to an extent. I mean, it's me. Y'all watching me. I don't know how informative I can be. But yeah, you're changing your name. I'm not changing my name. My name is still the same, but I just modified the channel name to hopefully be able to just like you used to be What's Up Welders, right? So your video, like the name of your channel, it seemed like you were speaking to the welders. Where now you're adding smoke and metal, you're like, oh, okay, this channel has a name behind it, and it's smoke and metal. You know, I wouldn't necessarily be able to know just looking at your channel name that you were about welding. Um, so I don't know. I wanted a more clear and concise name that you could read and know what I was about and know what you were getting into before you click on the video. Does that make sense, Adam? Now, think like Andrew over at Grill Sergeant, he has a short with over 202,000 views. So that's a moneymaker. Not necessarily, Johnny. And so, Johnny, here's one thing. I am subscribed to Grill Sergeant, and I will be completely honest, I don't watch his videos. You know why I don't watch his videos? Because he does clickbait thumbnails, and I absolutely despise clickbait thumbnails. Absolutely despise clickbait thumbnails. I have been on YouTube long enough to know, like, to been through clickbait again, and I just don't. I do not ever click on a clickbait video. Like if I look at the thumbnail and it's like, oh, oh, I did the worst thing ever. I'm not clicking on it. I'm not. I'm not. And I see his videos, but you know what? They work to get that person who I won't say doesn't know better. That's the sensationalism that I do not strive for. Like I don't want that in my video. I'm trying to keep it 100% real with y'all. Like I'm going to show you an honest thumbnail. I'm going to show you an honest title, and I'm going to show you an honest, whatever the video is. I'm not going to be over sensational. No, 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 no. That's just not my thing. And maybe that's me. William says, wait, who's Ricer? Yes. Ricer equals Dead Broke Barbecue of Wisconsin. William says, word, lots of name changes. Yeah, Adam. Yeah. What I mean is, if I got 70 cents on 311, 200,000 makes money. I agree. He does get the clicks. But Johnny, it's one of those things. It's I won't say a slippery slope, but yes, he could be. But okay, so how long is that? I used to say that I could get about $1 per 1,000 views. But obviously, we all know that the CPM is different, and that's not necessarily the case. So you take your 70 cents and you have 300 views. So you're doing better then, because you're at 3. See, you would be at like $1.50. $1.50. No, you'd be at $2 for 1,000 views. Okay, great. 200,000 views. I mean, there's still. I don't think he's made as much money on that video as you think. Let's put it that way. But I could be wrong, and you know, you never know. You never know. I know there's folks out there making, you know, a couple hundred to 1,000 or more than $1,000 on a video that's less than a month old. Laura says, almost back, need coffee. Well, I suppose that's sensationalism on YouTube, dude. Everett, man, oh my, it's like, talk about a pet peeve, man. Same thing, man. You know, you watching the news. This is the thing. YouTube is not television. YouTube is not television. And people who treat YouTube like television, that does not work for me, man. I'm not watching the news, and I'm not watching the broadcast, whatever, because, oh, this is and you're changing your voice and no, man, that over sensational, that's that sensationalism that I want to leave on broadcast television for old people. That's not what I'm signed up for YouTube for, because that's just not what I'm digging. Rice says, I'm going to do that on a video. I plan to do it in a couple months, but not so dramatic as some pics out there. Yeah. Yes, Laura, I could use some coffee right now, and if you want to spike it with something, you know, feel free. Yeah, Rice's RPM is weird. Definitely. Johnny says his past 28 days, his RPM is $7.23. I have no idea if that's good or bad. Unfortunately, I'm on my phone and I can't check my RPM right now. But my RPM usually hovers in the $6 to $8 range. But I know I can tell you that I'm not making as much money as other folks are, and I'm not making as much money as I have in the past either. So there's that. RPM is basically how much money you make per 1,000 views, Adam, on your videos in general. And I can't remember what the R is. Oh, revenue per melee is actually what it is. And the melee is 4,000. It's not per mile. It's melee. Well, it's melee, and it's MILLE per thousand views on your channel. Yeah, Adam, you'll get there though, man. You just have to put up videos consistently, and you have to get monetized. So in order to get monetized, we need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Grumpus, totally agree. I've also noticed a difference in his videos. The only thing that I want you to do, Adam, and I don't know if it's whatever software your wife is using, your videos are cropped to like a 4:3 size. You need them to be 16:9. And I don't, the ratio. So 4:3 is like older television, and where they were more square. 16:9 is more of a wide format, And that is like the only thing that I have a gripe with. And I meant to post it in the video the other day, but it was in the middle of the night when I was watching it. So I guess it was last night, late last night, or earlier this morning. I was watching your video. Oh, you were making the cover for the fire pit, and it was one of those things where I was like, I don't get the point of what you were doing. So, and I think my problem was the cover that I think you're making, and maybe you can clarify this while you're here. It seems like the cover you're making is more like a complete cover that goes all the way across the top and down to the bottom to the sides. Where to me, I'm thinking if it's metal and you're making a cover, all you really need to do is make like a flat piece of something that'll stick right on the top. Like the overkill is just overkill, overly overkill. Um, yeah, Rice says RPM changes even on the video monthly. Absolutely correct. There's some months where the RPM will be higher because people's interest in that particular thing you're doing in that video are higher that particular month. Those of us who are doing barbecue, we all know that most people say barbecue is seasonal, right? But for us, we know we cook, once a week on the grill, and we're cooking every single week, or some of you guys are cooking almost every single day on the grill. But that's not the case. Like I've said it before, where I know that my views between May and September are at their highest for the most part. But this past year in 2020, my views were steady versus January, February, March, April, May, June, July, and then it's like August, September, November, December. That was 2019. That was 2018. 2020 was like January, February, March, April, May, June, July. It was pretty steady. I would have a jump bump every now and again. It was pretty steady. Yeah. She says iMovie doesn't know what you mean size wise of videos. So if you look at the aspect ratio, okay, the aspect ratio is what I'm talking about specifically. When you post something on Instagram, the perfect aspect ratio for Instagram is 1:1. 1 unit this way, 1 unit this way, and it's a square. The aspect ratio for older TVs was 4:3. 4 units this way, 3 units this way, right? It was just a little bit bigger than a square, slightly rectangular, right? The perfect aspect ratio for the newer, wider TVs and phones is 16:9. So you have like 16 units this way and 9 units this way. And the whole thing with that is what gives you that big, wide picture. So just, Instagram is like a square, like here to here. 4:3 is like here to here, and 16:9 is here and here. Rice says, I don't have enough time yet to judge a year, but months I can see. Yeah. Rice, I'm sure during the summer, I would imagine during the summer, your views were slightly higher. But I know for sure this past year, or at least this past month or so, you had a video that did very well, and that is gonna quote unquote skew your numbers for that particular year because you might not have a hit the same exact way. So Grumpus, Adam, what Grumpus just said with the 1920 by 1080, that is the resolution, okay? But the aspect ratio is what is going to give you the way that it looks. So the way that your aspect ratio looks now you have black boxes on either side uh, of the video, which is better than when, like, if I'm on my phone and I have my phone uh, this way, okay, you were filming vertical video, which left the black boxes on either side. What's up, CJ? How you doing this evening, sir? It says Happy New Year, Dash. Yes, indeed. It was already taken by the customers. Requested to cover it, says top. Yeah, it's 2 feet high. That's the way he wants it. My wife doesn't like it either. But that's what he wants. So, all right. Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one, Adam. I'm glad because I'm like, why the hell is no? This is stupid. Like, this is stupid. This is way more work than it needs to be. And dude, when I saw you cut the tacks off of half of it in order to make it level, I'm like, are you serious right now? Like, the thing would have worked the way that it was, and even if it was like slightly off, any heat that's getting put to it is probably gonna bow it too. I was like, he just took it almost all the way apart. What? Adam says she just doesn't know how to change that setting. And it could be one of those things, Adam, where the default setting for the free version is boom. So yeah. CJ, what do I have to owe the pleasure, man? Tell Melissa I said Happy New Year, and the kids, hopefully all of them are doing just fine. Oh man, dude, I've been kind of silently watching your videos from time to time. I just pop up. You do a lot of the Ninja Foodie stuff, but I saw you make I want to say it was a thick like ribeye. I'm not sure if it was a ribeye or not, but you used like some sort of skillet, and I was like, might need to cop one of those. So, because I need a good skillet. My kids, man, they're cooking and they are destroying our skillets. They just destroy our skillets. Uh, yeah, it was the cookware, CJ, and like I said, it's one of those things where I was like, what, like, because you do a lot of cooks in the Ninja Foodie stuff, and I'm like, I don't have one of those, so that's not for nothing. Like, not watching a video on something I don't have is, that's a tease. So, but I was like, oh, this thing in the skillet. All right, let me check that out. They said, treat it like cast iron, and the steak looked pretty good. Only thing, okay, CJ, I know it was something. When I watched it, I was driving, so I couldn't comment. But the one thing I will tell you is I would have liked to seen a more even cook. What I would suggest is flipping that steak partially or partway through the cook when it was in the stove. Like 2/3 of it were perfectly like medium rare or whatever you had it. But that bottom piece, that bottom part that was in direct contact with the skillet, it was overdone. Like it was gray. So yeah. Smash really short. Go kind of viral. That's what's up. But that was the only, critique. And like I said, I was driving, so I couldn't even, like, it was one of those things where I saw it and looked over and I was like, damn. I was like, I can't freaking comment. Yeah. But I mean, I do, like I said, I do occasionally watch. I just don't always get to comment, which is, sorry, we can't watch them all. We can't watch them all. But I do watch. Yeah. Grumpy said, well, the whole thing is he watched it 3 times because it took him that many times to, yeah. Yeah, CJ, it's hard to watch and comment. Yeah, sometimes. But I do a fair amount of watching while doing other things. So driving being one of them. So I don't always get to comment. Mm. That's what's up, Johnny. You gonna learn how to cook on that thing today. Oh, and CJ, I found it hilarious when you were talking and Melissa's like, "Don't mess it up." The steak on that skillet. I chuckled like because the first I didn't know. So here's another thing. This is another pro tip. I don't watch videos in real time. I speed them up. Um, and I speed them up because efficiency. But sometimes when you speed things up, if someone is not on camera and you're not watching what they say, you can kind of get lost. And CJ's wife told him not to mess up the steak, and she said it off camera, and you could just hear her. But it was like one of those things where I had to, I had to go back and rewind it a time or two in order to understand what she said because I had it playing so fast. Now I usually watch most YouTube videos. It used to be 1.5 times. I've graduated to 1.75 and or 2 times the speed. So yeah. Yeah. Like if somebody's straight talking, oh, you can always speed one of those videos up. You still so shirts with the menu, prices on the back. So no prices, but the menu, yes. But I have not read up on those shirts, Adam, because I feel like I can't really justify selling a shirt of mine that has my ordering information on it to you guys. Now, if I sold you just a regular shirt that has my logo and my YouTube information and my Instagram information, I could justify that one because it's like, oh hey, I watched this guy on YouTube and here's the information. But the t-shirts that are mine, the ones that I have, like the old original shirts, have my phone number on them, my email address on them, the menu that was on the back, the phone number, all of those things. I don't necessarily think you guys want to buy those. So, Adam, no worries. Definitely. No worries. Laura says, I is back. Well, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I was driving today and I saw a sign that said Kotler. And I looked at it and at first I read it as Cotter. And I was like, oh. And then I got closer and read it again. I was like, oh, that says Kotler. Cotler. Hey, little fish. What's going on? How you doing? Grumpus says, can I get a shirt with your SSN on it? I don't know, Grumpus. I don't know how. You ever see a tattoo with your name on it? And that was one of the things, man, when I was selling food via Instagram, I used to write that on boxes. I said, hey, this box has your name on it, and it will be in quotes, YOURNAME. And it had your name on it. So, Grumpus, if you want me to give you something with your SSN on it, I might be able to accommodate. Oh man, Laura, thank you so very much. And seems like you guys are falling off as I am about to fall off. I have to get up. I got to get up tomorrow morning and do some more driving. I'm not done. I went up to New York today, picked up these 2 arcade cabinets, stopped in Philly. I told you I had a memorial for my grandmother. Came back home. So today I spent, from the time I left my house, it was 4 a.m. to the time I got back home, it was 5 p.m. So that was 13 hours on the road. Taste Tester number 1 went with me. We stopped. We didn't stop this morning much. I stopped and got some cash to make sure I had cash in my pocket. And then we didn't stop heading up there. Once we got up there on the way back, after I got the machine loaded, I topped up the fuel tank. And on the way back, we stopped in New Jersey. We stopped at a rest stop and had Roy Rogers chicken. And yeah, had chicken. Left from there, went to Philly, I went to my aunt's house because I was there early. I changed into some nicer, dressier clothes than what I was working in. Hung out there for a while. Went to the service. Really wasn't much of a service. It was my cousin, his son, a friend of his son's, my aunt, my mother, my brother, myself, my son, and then my aunt's boyfriend. That was it. And nobody had much to say. It was kind of sad because my mom, they were burying their mom. Um, Hung out there for a little while, and uh, I went to see my baby brother, my half brother. Went and talked to him and his mom for a while. Got back on the road. Well, actually, we didn't get on the road. We stopped and got cheesesteaks. Got cheesesteaks. Had to order cheesesteaks. That took about a half an hour or so. Brought those back home. Stopped at my mom's house on the way back home because she lives just south of the city. Hung out there at her house for a little while. And I'm like, all right, no more stops. We leave her house and then we immediately stop at Wawa, got some chips, and that was it, chips. So we both had a snack on the way back and then kept on coming, man. And by the time it was all said and done, like I said, I pulled into my driveway and got in back in the house. It was 5 o'clock, and I'm like, bang, I am beat. I sat down and warmed up my cheesesteak and ate my cheesesteak, and yeah. Ricer says, well, congrats on the name change. Update, brother. Channel update, brother. Gotta go. I can edit clips and listen to you, but now I got audio, so I can't do both. No problem, man. Definitely understand, Ricer. I definitely appreciate it. Dang, you just sat down with a snack, yeah. Good, everyone. Have a great Thursday. Have a great weekend, Ricer. Yes, indeed. Wawa. Yeah, man. You don't know nothing about Wawa. What is your Wawa equivalent? You don't have Sheets down there either. Like a Circle K, I think, at the mobile gas station. A Wawa is a gas station / convenience store. And actually, nope. This is, everyone will know what this is. A Wawa is akin to a 7-Eleven. Almost everywhere there are 7-Elevens, but there are 7-Elevens that are popping up and being gas stations / convenience stores. So Wawa, Wawa can, yeah. Yeah, everybody knows what a 7-Eleven is. So Wawa is like a 7-Eleven. But in this area, we have a few. There's Wawa, there's Royal Farms, there's 7-Eleven, and there's another one called Sheets. So like Buc-ee's, you guys have Buc-ee's down there. Yeah, Laura's a Circle K. And I don't know why Circle K stood out, but Circle K, like it. Is it Flying J when I'm on the road? Darnell says. A lot of times I find the Flying J's. Sometimes the Flying J's are a little overwhelming and not very welcoming to cars. We don't have them 7-Eleven. Yeah, here are tons of Petros. There's a couple Petros here and there I've seen, but I think I've seen them more on the road on the highway than like normal, like a 7-Eleven, like in cities and such. But Wawa is that same convenience store type of, 7-Eleven-esque, Circle K-esque type of deal. Buc-ee's is a gas station, and Buc-ee's has a lot of stuff. And Buc-ee's is just like completely different, if you will, than anything else I've ever seen or heard of. I've never actually been to a Buc-ee's. I've just seen Buc-ee's on YouTube videos and on the internet, for real. Little Fish says Buc-ee's rocks, man. Just rub it in. I've never actually been to a Buc-ee's, so. But yeah, Wawa is similar to that. And so we stopped at a Wawa, and it's coffee, chips, snacks. Chester fried chicken. It's never again. Jimmy says QTs are blowing up around there. Yeah, I've seen QTs. I won't say a lot, but yeah, from time to time. Buc-ee's are the malls of gas station stores. Actually, Johnny, I think Buc-ee's, like the TA and the Flying J, might be the malls of gas stations because that's where the truckers go. And yeah. Darnell says, when I was stationed in the Quad Cities, I never saw 7-Eleven ever. Never saw one in Kentucky either. Smoking Chris, how you doing? Says, hey. You know what, Adam? Gas station food is not for the faint at heart and or weak of stomach. How about that? QGs have been in North Texas for a year, starting to pop up in South Texas lately. Okay. Well, years, he said. They've been in North Texas for years. Yeah. I don't know. Those are the gas stations around here. But the Circle K and Sunoco gas stations have a little convenience store attached to them. But like, I don't frequent Circle K's. I don't frequent Wawa's, Royal Farms, Sheetz, 7-Eleven. Those are my go-tos. Like, actually, in the mornings when I head to work, I stop at a 7-Eleven to get coffee. I stop at a Royal Farms to get energy drinks if I need to or have to. I can stop at a Wawa to get pretzels because they sell the good pretzels at the Wawa. And the Sheetz, there's a Sheetz, like when I take runs to go get arcade cabinets or pinball machines that are a little further away, and if I pass the Sheetz actually has really good food, like really good food. Nice. Johnny says he gets his Uncle Steve's from Buc-ee's. Little Fish says there's a Buc-ee's 15 miles from his house. Well, dang. Hey, let's see if Flying J is to wear a fake mullet hat and the white yokem shirt and reflective sunglasses. They'll think you're a trucker. And bam, there you go. Well, technically, I am a trucker. Both of my vehicles are diesel. And so I'm going to say I fit right in, but I fit in. What's up, Russell? How you doing, man? Talk about slumming. I guess it was good that I'm still here. I'm just like, well, I'm still talking. It's all right, Russell, man. I appreciate you coming, joining us, no matter how early or late that you are, man. Definitely. Dude, and, it's cold up there. It's cold up there. I don't know if I could be out on that ice, but I see the footprints on the pond, and I'm like, yo. How did it get so cold so fast, Russell? Like, dang, man. It don't take no time for it to get that cold up there. William, I'm glad I have quotable remarks every now and again. Gas station food is not for the faint of heart or weak of stomach. Put it on a t-shirt. Yeah, man. I have an iron gut. Most stuff does not affect me, doesn't bother me at all. Which is bad. But I don't, aside from hot dogs every now and again, and oh man, wow. Oh, excuse me. They have the best quarter-pound hot dogs. They are so good. Like, quarter-pound all beef hot dogs. What? Man. I like hot dogs, so, it is a thing. Darnell says, my girlfriend found some Blues hog rub at the Giant today. That's what's up. Darnell, where do you live, sir? You said you're in the DMV. Where in the DMV are you? Because you said Giant, which leads me to believe that you are local-esque. Laura says Petro has some awesome food, wings, smokies, cooked right there. That's what's up. This is no sir, I pay. William, I guess you can't, I don't know. You got to build up some sort of tolerance or something. Russell says, "What's your favorite wedding meal? Like one that I make for folks, or one that I've had?" Capitol Heights. Oh, all right. I've been down and around and in and through Capitol Heights. I have a lady, a customer. I have a lady who orders food every now and again who lives down in Capitol Heights. Oh, and why else I go to Capitol Heights? There is a Restaurant Depot there. I'm like, there's something else in Capitol Heights I do. And I think I've told you I work in Lanham, so Capitol Heights is not that far away. Smoking Chris says, when's the next catering event? I have no damn idea. I have had 0 bookings for catering events. 0 bookings. I have even contemplated selling food via Instagram again, but I don't want the hassle. No, Laura, I did talk about going to the poutine place though. My wife, we were talking about eating or going out and doing something, and I was like, oh man, we should go to this new poutine place. Well, I don't know if it's new, but we should go to this new to me poutine place. And she looked at me and I was like, yeah, maybe we'll save that for a time when maybe I'll just go myself and I'll try it, test the waters, and see if you might like it. So no, I haven't gone to the place, but I do still have, I believe I have the place saved on my laptop, Laura. Excuse me. So Russell, what did you mean by favorite? Oh, wait. Okay, you changed your question. What's your favorite zombie apocalypse weapon? I would say of the weapons I have, it's either going to be my Smith & Wesson M&P 1522 with the 25 round mag, or the Kel-Tec Sub 2000 with the extended 30 plus mags and 40 cal. Though, if it's just going to take 2 taps, then I'd rather go with the 22 for aim and being able to get back on target. But the 40 cal has some stopping power, so yeah. Darnell says I live between the BJ's and the Restaurant Depot. That's what's up. You need to try and fall in love, yeah. What movie most resembles a life you would live if you weren't living your current life? I suck at remembering like plots of movies, Russell. So I haven't. I don't know. I don't know. And this is good night, everybody. Dash, you're awesome, bro. Take care. Tell your mom sorry for a loss. When you lose your mom, it's hard. Whether they are 90 or 25, it hurts. Yes, I'm aware. It's so funny. My cousin's son, his mother passed away, and he was like, and it was so like he was so matter of fact about it. He was like, after you lose your mom, he's like, I don't care what funeral you go to, who it is, he was like, it doesn't hurt the way that losing your mom hurts. And I was like, damn. And he's 25-ish, maybe. And it was just one of those things where, how you can, I don't say ear hustle, but when you hear something and it's like, that's probably really true. So he lost his mom. His mom was sick. I can't remember what it was that she had, but she ended up passing away. And he didn't bounce back, but it was what he said was very, very true. So Adam, thank you so very much, man. I know you and I talked about it beforehand. Yeah. Yes, Wolverine was coming after you. Which X-Men power would you choose to defend yourself? I would use, oddly enough, Cyclops. Was it his name? Scott, whatever Scott was, with with the ray, and he can shoot out the ray. Yeah, probably that. But I mean, it's Wolverine, so he's indestructible. Maybe Magneto was the adamantium, whatever Wolverine was made of. Was it ferrous? Like, could I use a magnet to make him stick against the wall and just put him there permanently? Yeah. 96 on stage. Yeah, shoot. I tell you, in my younger days, probably, but I won't say as of late. I mean, I can eat when or if I have to, or if I haven't, but like, I get full, you know? I'm just killing it, Russell. Nice. All right, guys, I've been at this for 3 hours. My goal was to do 3 hours today just because I'm not going to put up a video tomorrow. So if you had to cook for the queen, but you knew she was vegetarian, what would you cook for? Some mushrooms. Mushrooms are safe. Mushrooms and some vegetables. But I would cook the mushrooms like a protein because that's more in my wheelhouse. And, you know, I've actually had bouts of having to cook for vegetarians. My daughter decided she was going to be vegetarian randomly every now and again. Sorry, Laura. I too have to get to sleep, and I haven't had much sleep in the past couple days. So, yeah. So, but yeah, mushrooms and whatever vegetables I have laying around. That or maybe even a soup. Why not? Little Fish says, do you all consider fish to be a vegetarian food? I don't, but we do eat pescatarian. So we will eat only seafood and vegetables. We do that usually during Lent, so around or before Easter. Between Fat Tuesday, Ash Wednesday, and Easter is when we'll do pescatarian. So it's like, I guess, well, no, like it's 40 days, I believe. That you knew the Terminator was coming back in time to kill you. What would you do? Whew. I live my life to the fullest, man. If they're gonna come to kill me, I'd live my life to the fullest, and then I would, when they got there, I would do everything in my power to stop them. What kind of dreams you have, Russell? Shoot. Random. I don't dream very much. I think I've talked about that before. I don't dream very much, and if I do dream very much, I don't remember my dreams as well as other people do. I just never did. I never understand fish being considered vegetarian. No, it's not vegetarian, but if Williams' dash got gats, a couple, a couple. It's one of those things, man, where man, shoot, I'm not even gonna talk about it. I'm not even gonna talk about it. But I got a couple. I could, you know, if it's SHTF, I'd be prepared, you know. At least for a little while. I don't have that much ammo, but the thing is, the ammo I have the most of is 22, obviously, because you can still get 22. And man, oh man, I could light some stuff up with some 22, especially with the fact that tap tap, boom, I'm not missing with the 22. I'm not missing with the 22. I'm gonna be right on target. Let's put it that way. If you were a character in Avengers Infinity Wars, which would you choose? Mm. That's a good one. Because there's so many good characters. Like, I mean, obvious would be Black Panther. No, maybe Captain America. think that's a pretty solid answer, Captain America. Ant-Man did pretty good. Iron Man did pretty good. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Who's the dude with the bow and arrow that couldn't miss? I can't remember what his name was. He was okay. You always, Jimmy, always. One less than 10. Those. So, but I mean, you name the caliber. I just don't have any. I don't have any double 5.6 or double deuce and 3. I don't have any of those. But one less than 10, so 9, 40, 45, 22. Yeah. That's one of those things, man. I was like, I contemplated like talking about the firearms, and I'm like, I can't do it on my barbecue channel, but I would love to start talking about them. I recently gotten into into it more and more, and it was like, oh, I picked up the first one when taste tester number 1 was born, or excuse me, taste tester number 3 was born, and I was like, oh, hey, I'm having a daughter, I need to get one of these things. So I got that, and then I got the second one. I was like, oh, this one looks like that one. Oh, okay, cool. And it was like, oh, this third one. Oh, hey, look, this one's just like that one. And I had a thing where they were all two-tone for a while, right? So the first 4 or 5 were two-tone. And then it was just like, I really want that one because I want that one. I got that one. And then that one wasn't two-tone. I was like, ah. And then it was like, okay. And then the pandemic happened. And it was like, anyone I could get. But like going out and having fun and using them and plinking, man, I just wished I lived like at the bottom of where I live. I could plink from my garage out into this hill, and I want to do that, and I can't do that. I'd have to go somewhere to a range. Like I don't live in the country to be able to just plink in my backyard. But I want to. I definitely want to. But yeah. I mean, yeah, Jimmy. I think the main one would be 1 minus 10. Being attacked by Thanos, which superhero would you choose to fight him with? I don't know. This is where you're getting into specific characters and stuff like that, and I'm not 100% sure, Russell, because I'm not 100% sure what or who beat Thanos. I think it was a joint effort. So how about I call them all? Jimmy says, Merry Christmas. Yes, right back at you. Yes, and Happy New Year, you filthy animal. Freaking watching Home Alone. I haven't watched Home Alone. I feel like I need to watch Home Alone soon. Soon. It's a Christmas-y-ish movie. All right, guys. We are well over the 3-hour mark, and I can't say thank you enough for hanging out. Definitely appreciate you guys. Yeah, man, that's just one of those scenes that just like it's one of those things where I know that scene comes from another movie. I don't know what that other movie is, but I know that scene was in this particular movie. That's your best friend, Candy. You need your help to and it's against you 100% that you would get away. Oh yeah, man, dude. It's one of those, Russell. I have those friends. We've had this conversation. Hey, if I call you and tell you to bring a shovel, don't ask any questions. And they were like, okay. But I mean, I have those friends, and I know that there are people who would call me up in an event where something like that happened, and they know that I'm trustworthy. So yeah. Long raggedy beard hairs there. Angels without wings. Thank you. Nah, Russell, I wouldn't be. I won't say I wouldn't be taking the car, but we would. Yeah, we'd figure something out. We definitely figure something out. I mean, I got the cargo van, man. People hit me up all the time about moving different things. Bring rubber gloves. Jimmy says I have a tractor. Shoot. Yep. No need in worrying about hurting your back, right, Jimmy? You don't need a shovel for a bucket garden. Yeah. Shoot for home in real life. IRC. What is IRC? I know it, but I can't remember right now. I am shot. William, I figured that that was the name of the movie Angels Without Wings. Anyway, all right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and oh boy, here we go. It's another one. The world is ending, and there was only one woman in the world to start a new scenario. Which woman is it? The obvious answer is my wife, but I don't know. I think maybe, in order to repopulate the world, I would probably want to repopulate the world with someone younger. Russell, man, I'm shot. I'm done. I'm gonna go before you didn't state who Adam was. This is a neighbor. I think he didn't like watching that brown water. Yeah. Angels Without Wings. I'm trying to remember the name of that movie so I can look it up. Night, Johnny. Good night, everybody. Talking about your favorite Kung Fu Hustle scene. Oh man, the favorite Kung Fu Hustle scene was when the guy thought he was big and bad, and the woman, she whooped his butt and then like smacked him up with her flip flop. Man, you gonna make me have to watch Kung Fu Hustle again? Oh man, Angels Without Wings. All right, I'm going before I forget. Angels Without Wings. Hey, Johnny, Laura, Russell, Jimmy, Marcel. I think that's what they said. And I'm sorry, I don't know everybody's names. Darnell, thank you very much for hanging out. Grumpus, always a pleasure. William, yeah. Guys, thank you for making this, I won't say this transition, but making this effortlessly and painless as possible of me changing my channel name and refocusing. So, Angels Without Wings. All right, guys, talk to you later. Thanks, and I'm gone.